Hello, you guys. How is everybody doing? I see one person. Hey, the Black Barbie. How's everybody doing? Hey, Tierney. Hey, Gina. Ciao. It's rough outside. It's rough out there. I'm telling y'all, it is rough out there in the Memphis streets. Thank you, Deontay, Lamar, Tyranny, Kawana, Pumpkin Poo. Y'all, what's going on tonight? It's a Friday night. I was supposed to have a guest on, but we decided I'm waiting on some information. So I asked her if just give me a few days and we'll do it. If I may have it by tomorrow. If I do, we'll do it Sunday. If not, definitely like Monday night or Tuesday night. I've got lucky again. Yes, you did. How was everybody doing? Today was a festive day for me, of course. Um, I always love it when I can get a lot of work done. Like I think today was like a prophetic day. It's so surreal. But God is good though. You know, I always feel good when I can get the information and stuff that I need um for my cases. I'm such a stickler for detail, and sometimes I'll leave my cases open longer than they need to so that I can because I don't like to leave any stones unturned. So hey, today was just a really good day, and everything is working out as far as school, and that makes me really happy. And I went and looked at some stuff today. I went and looked at some things today that I'm ready for. And so God is just good. She said, Tam, we're supposed to go to church together. Okay, we sure do. Pumpkin Poo. Hey, Island Girl. Hey, what's that? Sinathia? Sinathia. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Sinathia. I like your name. That's really nice, Sinathia. I have an auntie named Cynthia. Kind of put me in the mind of Cynthia. Is your father's name Nathan? Sinathia. Sound like somebody's mama's name is Cynthia and daddy's name is Nathan. Sinathia. Um, I'm gonna give y'all know we always wait like 5 minutes. We always wait like 5 minutes. Yeah, I've had so much going on. I and I've been getting back into my missing persons and cold cases. Like we're gonna talk about Young Dolph. I was thinking about some stuff today as it relates to Young Dolph's case. You don't hear me say a whole, I don't talk about it as much anymore. I did. I spoke with the Barnett family about the new person that is on their case. And hey, I believe some good things are getting ready to what did I eat today? I ate kind of bad today. My ambition to win. I ain't gonna even tell no lies. I almost made a clean sweep because I have this thing for Subway. I do. I have a taste for that vinegar, and I like for my sandwiches to be cold. And I almost made it out of 201 Poplar today, and I stopped right as I was getting ready to walk out the door. And I turned around. I was like, "Do I want a Subway sandwich?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could eat that on my way to my case." And I went back in there. It's that bread that's not healthy. I went back in there and got me a 6-inch sandwich, child. It was good too. That vinegar and oil, I love it. Taste that vinegar on it. But the Barnett family, yes, they know the name of their new investigator. As a matter of fact, yeah, their new investigator is working with them. I know this, right? It gets me every time. Get the flatbread. Okay, I'll get the flatbread the next time. That's what I do. I get the flatbread the next time. I've been praying for that family too. All they got to do is just work the case. And what I hope and pray for is that, you know, hey, that's one of those cases that I hope that they would ask the FBI to get involved in helping them with that case. I think it's solvable, but I have to be honest. MPD has a lot of new um, a lot of new investigators. You know, that all of the old heads are retired, and so they got a lot of new ones. Um, and they're TA and temporarily assigning patrolmen. So I don't know how much experience they have, but the good thing, the thing that gives me hope is that I see that Chief Davis likes to partner with the feds, right? And so, yeah. hmm Hey, Miss Kimberly. Hey, Shantastic. You guys, I wanted to talk about the National Guard. Now, they're saying that the National Guard is going to arrive. I should have put Young Dog. As a matter of fact, we could talk about Young Dog tonight too, because this is stuff I want to talk about as it relates to that case. Or should I save it for? I was gonna do a. I'm gonna upload a video. I'm gonna do a video and upload it and just talk about this Young Dog situation. People ask me, well, why aren't you talking about it? Thank you, Magname Ace. Thank you so much for the 1999 super sticker. I'm not talking about it because, of course, I've never worked on a Young Dogs case. I've never worked on a Young Dogs case. I will say this before I get into it. Hernandez Govan's people had reached out to me. Hey, shit. They had reached out to me early on, like right after I didn't say anything about it, but since he's done interviews and talked about it, I feel like now I can talk about it. And I could have talked about it if I want to. I just didn't talk about it. Shit, I ain't scared of no quit. But thank you, Magnames. I appreciate this so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, what was I saying before my dog started barking? I done lost my damn train of thought. Island Girl says the doggies don't like. Oh my goodness. Anyways, you guys, Now, as it relates to the National Guard, was I talking about the National Guard? Did I start talking about Jayz? Y'all, my mind. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, my doctor says that I'm not in the in my premenopausal phase, but I promise y'all, I be having brain fog. Okay, I be having brain fog. Hey, plus size baddie. She says, no, you were talking about Hovan, people reaching out to you. Oh, yeah, yeah. So Govan's people reached out to me. It was actually, I believe it was his fiance. And that was around the time that he had gotten a new attorney. Y'all know I was Action News Tamara broke that before the news broke it 2 weeks. They didn't break it. I had already broke it. That his attorneys were coming from out of town, that he had gotten some attorneys from out of Atlanta. And anyways, I think Bill Massey had a private investigator, but they didn't know who he was. They didn't trust it. And you hear him now say he didn't trust Bill Massey. And so the young lady didn't tell me a whole lot, but it spooked me because I wasn't sure, right? It spooked me, and it definitely spooked me because I gave her a price, okay, and she was like, "Okay, what can I meet? What can I meet you at to pay you?" I was like, "Well, now I just told this lady 3,500, so people don't just come up with like 3,500 like that." And and I told her, I said, "We could be more." She said, "Okay." Anyway, she turned out to be legit or whatever, because y'all know how these folks was as it relates to that Young Dolls case, right? But they, I would call my friends over at MPD, and I was like, I think Orange Mound quit trying to set me up. That's exactly what I said. I said, I think Orange Mound quit trying to set me up to try to have somebody to line me up to take me out of here. And so my friend was like, calm down. Calm down. Thank you, Island Girl. Thank you, Island Girl, for the $20 super sticker. He's like, calm down. He was like, now you investigate yourself. Did the girl, did she give, he was like, did you run the number? I was like, yeah, I ran the number. And it came back to, I'm not going to say what her name is or anything like that. I don't put people information out like that. And so I was like, he was like, okay, because I saw, we saw where she worked at and all of that. She's a professional. And so then he was like, well, give me a few days. He was like, well, I don't think that she had no malice or anything. I do think that it was legit. He was like, well, be careful, but I don't really think they trying to kill you or nothing. And Justice for Dow says, remember all them people he been sending to your chat. Remember all them people he been sending to your chat. He been sending some people to my chat lately. And so anyway, it turned out to be legit though. I don't remember what she said verbatim because she wanted to meet with me. Okay, she wanted to meet with me and talk with me. And y'all heard Quit say that he didn't trust Bill Massey, and I do remember the young lady saying that they didn't trust the private investigator either. That that they had. As a matter of fact, I think she said, we don't even know who the private investigator is. Everything is just really weird. And so now, I didn't say anything about it till Quet just said something about it on when he was talking. And so she was he did an interview on Vlad or something talking about Massey, and she did say something to that caliber of, she didn't say anything bad about Massey. She just kind of turned it off like, well, he's working on that case. Maybe that's what it is. I was like, yeah, she didn't tell me a whole lot, but she wanted to meet with me because I think they were trying to locate some people or something. I can't remember verbatim, but I'm almost sure if that's what it was. I don't know who it was. I think that's what it was, though. I think that's what it was. I mean, I can't be mad at the folks for trying to reach out to me, because I'm the best out there. But I had already been blogging on the case. See, if I was one of those slimy investigators, I would have took the case to get the information, right? But I didn't want no parts of it, because, like I said, I had already been blogging on the case. I had already known too much about the case from talking to people that I knew from in the inside. I'm talking about with MPD, and I guess I had already made up my mind, and it wouldn't have been fair to do that, because I was vlogging on it and all of that. I am a true professional, because I had not even said anything really until he put it out there. He said it first. Okay, he talked about Bill Massey and him not really trusting Bill Massey and all of that. That's where I came in, that they was trying to get their own investigator, a separate entity that was not affiliated with Bill Massey. That's what they was trying to do, okay? So, yeah, I don't even know how we got into that. Okay. I forget how we get into that. Y'all know I speak my mind. People have asked me, like, don't you be scared? I said, scared of what? Ain't you scared of quit them? No. Mm-mm. I ain't on the quit, and God is in them problem. They got bigger fish to fry, and I'm small fry compared to what they probably looking at, especially Gotti. Because Gotti is more than likely going to be looking at a civil suit also. Okay, he's going to be looking at a civil suit also. Conflict of interest, plus you don't want to be associated with the scum. Right. I didn't want to be associated. I saw how dangerous it was, and it really was dangerous. It really was dangerous, but I didn't want to be affiliated with it. It was a conflict of interest because I was vlogging on the case, right? I was already vlogging on it. I had already expressed my opinions, okay? And so it would have been unprofessional to just take the videos down and go incognito and then take the money. I didn't want to do that. You know, I do have integrity, you know. And like I said, I had already decided. I always believed that Quit had some type of involvement in it. I mean, I knew from the very start that he was not the payor. I think I've always said I didn't really believe he was the mastermind. But I always felt like he had a part in it. He had a big enough part in it, in my opinion. Okay. So anyways, what else was we talking about? What made me bring that up? I'm trying to think, y'all. What made me bring that up? But Justice for Dolph, you are right, because it was some people coming over into my chat. Now, Stanley was very respectful. I don't know if the truth ever came over into my chat. I think the truth came over into my chat a couple times. He didn't give me no problems either. He didn't give me any problems. Now, exposing the truth with his smart aleck ass, he wasn't disrespectful, but he just got on my nerves. He just got on my nerves all the time. Thank you, Magname Ace, for the $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate that. What's up, Memphis 10? I've always said I blame Quit because I think it's Quit's fault that Cornelius and Straight Drop and them did this. because if he was supposed to be their OG, why would he allow this to happen? So I absolutely blame him. Why would he allow this to happen? She said, you had said you were going to talk about Dolph. That's how, yeah. So Dolph's investigation. So if you all asking me if his investigation is over, it's not over. It's in a phase where y'all do know I work for the government. So I mean, I could talk about it more before because it was the state had it, and the state is still investigating. But I really don't. I can't. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So so y'all, I don't work for the state. I don't work for the state, so I could talk about it more. Um, because I don't work for the state. But if you're asking me if it's over, if it's over with and done, no, it's not over with and done. Anyways, y'all, let's move on. We'll go back to that. Hey C Hayes, how are you? So the National Guard, y'all know how I am. We get this talking about young Dolph. We just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, because that's what we've talked about now for almost like 4 years. And that's how we bonded, all of us, feeling a certain way about what they did to him and how they did this to him. And I blame Quet. I blame Quet because Quet was supposed to be, Quet could have, when Juknam came to him, he could have said, I ain't got no young dudes for y'all. No, you can't, y'all can't, I can't get in that. And I ain't trying to mess up no young dudes' lives or nothing like that. Okay. But he didn't do that. Memphis 10 says, just drinking some food, just drinking some red wine, smoking a Cuban cigar on the balcony, enjoying the weather. I know, isn't the weather nice today? The weather is so nice. Justice for Dolph said Quet is going to mess around and get everybody, including himself, federally indicted. I tell you. The Black Barber says Quet is straight garbage and most definitely Buckethead, Gotti, and Juke too. Everyone involved is straight garbage, period. They was wrong. They know they was wrong for what they did to that boy. It wasn't nothing right about that. Even I know people say, young Dolph had a cockiness about him, but I think his cocky was more loud. Gotti got a cockiness about him. Gotti just ain't handsome. Young Dolph stood out because he was tall and chocolate and handsome. Okay, who pays attention to a cocky person that's short and unattractive? Okay, and I even hate this. I don't mean no harm, but when you got all of the attributes, hey, y'all, look now, my nerves and stuff is bad already. I'm not playing. Y'all gonna get a whooping. Okay. So, I mean, young Dolph was chocolate and tall and handsome. And I mean, he had money. So, that's, that's what, them folks know they was wrong. They know they was wrong. And like I said, I blame Quet in this because Quet was supposed to be Straight Drop and them OG. And so when Jook came to him, he should have cared enough about those young dudes to say, no, bruh, I can't have them being a part of nothing like that. It's gonna mess their life up. But he didn't do that. And that's why he on my shit list. Justice for Dow says God got a Napoleon complex. Cause you know what? You know what's so sad? You have, and I know Straight Dropping them got their own mind. They got their own mind, and they got they was already out there crashing out. But just because they was out there crashing out don't mean you crash them out even more. Okay? If anytime somebody out there wanting to go kill folks for money and all that, it's already something wrong with them. That's a mental illness. That's a damn mental illness. It ain't even normal to be wanting to go and just kill people. He could have just stuck with the music. Quetta Street dude, that's what he say. So he could have easily said, "No, bro, that's my motherfucking artist. I'm trying to get out the street. This little dude trying to change his life. Straight Drop like a little brother to me. Man, look, hook us up with some, you gonna sign him or we just gonna keep going." But I definitely ain't get ready to introduce you to nobody, or even he should have been offended if he had been right. See, I think a lot of these men, don't have, I guess they women and shit be scared of them, or they don't care what they do as long as they bring in money and they can wear red bottoms and shit like that. Ain't nowhere in the damn world I would ever have a man and not be able to influence him, especially in the right way. If he don't listen to me, I ain't gonna even be with him. Okay? But these men ought to have some type of human feelings. You see what I'm talking about? This is the type of stuff that they do is not even normal. I said deep down, Gotti is a flawed, and yeah, Gotti is. Let's slow down. Gotti meant he wanted Young Dolph dead, and see that's another reason why Quet, Straight Drop, Cornelius, what they did was dirty. Gotti is evil on a whole nother level. Juke had an undying loyalty to his brother. But Gotti was the one that wanted Dolph gone. Okay, he wanted him gone. Quet, Cornelius, and a Straight Drop, it was greed, which is why they got involved in this situation to even agree to take this young man out. Because see, that mission might have been aborted if they had said, "Hell no, man, we ain't get ready to do no mess like that. We not get ready to do, man. That's Dolph. Even if I don't mess with him like that, he cocky, but no, hell no, man. We ain't get ready to be involved in nothing like that." But they claim that they got $100,000. Now we know that's a lie, right? Now nobody believes that. Quet got a little cockiness about his own self. Y'all believe Quet would just take $10,000 a piece to be involved in something like this? Hell no. I don't even think he would have took 100,000. 1.5, yeah. That sounds about right. Okay. And so Straight Drop is the exact same age as Quet's children. At what point does the paternal? Y'all don't get me started because y'all know how I be getting mad because I can feel that. I can feel that cussing coming on. Y'all know how I get when I start getting deep into stuff. I start cussing and getting upset. He said he admit on no jumper. He would do it for $1 million. See there? I don't guess he be in the bushes of my show because I sure be looking at his show when he come on sometime. If I'm chilling, I heard him say on this show, he said, yeah, I be hearing about okay, Ace, I see it. He said, yeah, I be hearing about about them little channels. He said, but he claimed he don't look at him. I already know he's a top fan. He got a just like Yo Gotti, he's a top fan of my channel. Okay, I already know it. And he subscribes just like Yo Gotti is, just like all the CMG is. And as soon as I come on, I bet they was the first one before Black Barbie. You know they had that notification on because Black Barbie be the first. They be her over here, okay? And so he said, yeah, I wouldn't look at none of them smaller channels at gunpoint. I hollered. He said he wouldn't look at the small. Yeah, I be hearing about him. I wouldn't look at him at gunpoint. I hollered. Justice for Dow says, you know, he don't miss a single update. I tell you. So it's going on 4 years in November that Young Dolph was assassinated. Yeah, he a fan. He a fan. That's the reason why his brothers was over here. Now, did anybody is Stanley Govan his brother? Because somebody came here and said Stanley Govan was not his brother. Didn't they say Quest said that on his channel that Stanley Govan was not his brother? Now, I think that true to you is, but I don't know if Stanley Govan is, but Stanley Govan say he is. I don't know. Nisa says he was jealous too. He was the driver in the video. Play with your Lord, have mercy. Justice for Dow says it's hilarious how I ran off my channel and Flip now acting like he never watched Justice. Lord have mercy. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. But it's good to talk about, Young Dolph. Like I said, I think that Young Dolph represents, as it relates to Memphis, definitely represents excellence. And we don't want to forget that. We want to keep that spirit of Young Dolph, that perseverance, that what is it called? That perseverance. Y'all, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Persevere. That's what it is. That perseverance spirit of Young Dolph, to never give up. You don't have to come up off of the back of somebody else, because then what's happening is you're building a sand castle, right? And like I always say, we already know that a house built on sand cannot stand. Okay. And so I thought that, I didn't think it. We all was hopeful that Orange Mound quit, even though I feel like his attorney pointed, his attorney basically confirmed what we all knew, that Gotti was the payor. Because if Gotti paid for the lawyers of the hitmen, we already know he paid for the hit, right? And we got that information. That information was confirmed that Art Horn was the one that even got the money and did some funny stuff and paid for the lawyers. That was by way of Hernandez Gomez's lawyer, right? We already knew it, but they confirmed it, right? So, I get to thinking about it. I listened to some of his interviews. I haven't listened to some of the latest ones, but with some of his interviews, I the first ones that he put out, because I listened to him on some of them, and I think now he's just making a check. Now he just making a check because he kind of contradicts himself. But we already know what the truth is, because he's already, he let it be known that everybody was saying that the police didn't want Gotti because Gotti wasn't involved. Well, Quit confirmed that. The police told him, according to him, the police told him that they knew that Juke and Gotti were the ones that called the hit on Dolph. But Juke and Gotti weren't the only ones. I'm telling y'all that. Juke and Gotti weren't the only ones that did this. Okay. They said he would have been 40 like me, my birthday, July 7th. His birthday, July the 27th. Yep. Yeah, Juke and Gotti weren't the only ones that was involved in this. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see how, when, I know Govan said it ain't nobody else to get, but of course he would say that, he's let you know though that Gotti was involved. So, for him to say, he said, well, they point the finger at Gotti, and then he said, well, it ain't nobody else to get. But, of course he would say that, right? But he knows better. Just like I know better, right? That unless he's saying, he wants for Gotti to believe that he's not going to mention him. But of course they already mentioned him, because we heard what his attorney said, right? I think before it's all said and done, though, Straight Drop is going to do some more talking. Before Govan ever even said anything, I don't know how we're getting into this. I guess we hadn't talked about this in a long time. I told y'all, I said, y'all, I was told that Straight Drop talked. And them boys came to the jail, and some conversation went on. Okay. Now that's what I was told. Them boys came to the jail, and some conversation went on. And just like I told y'all, I said, y'all, I heard them boys came and got Cornelius. So I think some folks gonna be singing like a canary. I said they came and got him. Now with Straight Drop, they came and they didn't leave the jail, but they came and got Cornelius. Okay. And from my understanding, and I think I told y'all that. And the folks was like, well, Drop didn't talk, but they believe Quet. Quet said it. They believe him. I told these motherfuckers that he did, and they want to discredit me, but these bitches want to steal my information, not y'all. Okay, but I'm just saying, y'all know I be getting upset. Lord forgive me. Okay, but I tried to tell y'all, and I told y'all even before them boys came and talked to him. I said, y'all, Ganguly has Straight Drop going in a direction. He told him to throw himself a lifeline, and he was getting ready to do that. And that's when that lawyer was entered into the equation. Okay. They started putting out his music like he was a star or whatever. Okay. They started dropping his music and stuff. They had to reel him on back in. Okay. And so I don't know why Quet ass getting his damn ass on here trying to defend Yo Gotti. They was setting his ass up from the very beginning. But I ain't gonna say nothing because that Quet pisses me off. Because he wants to get on here and like a kid to say soil Dolph's name when they all was setting him up to take the fall. So what he trying to uphold him for? In which he was involved. But they was really setting him up. real bad. They immediately got in Cornelius and Straight Drop's head, and they turned them against Quet, in which they should have been mad at him, but they really was turning them against him. Okay, because in their minds they wanted for Quet to be, I'm talking about God in them, to be he was the lowest on the totem pole, just like I told y'all. I said, now if this stuff don't pan out with Quet, they're gonna Black Youngster is the next one. Black Youngster, they're gonna make him a sacrificial lamb, because he like right above Quet. Okay, in which both of them was involved. I'm telling y'all now, they was involved. But as far as being the masterminds, they're not the masterminds. We know that. Justice for Dog says Juke Gotti, a few CM. Now Black Youngster probably is a master. I think he right in there with them. He right in there with them, as far as probably giving out some of that, putting in on some of that money too. Justice for Dog says Juke Gotti, Govan, a few CMF bosses, a few cute crew members, and that's all the shot callers, money men. Oh wow. Lord have mercy, Jesus. What was I getting ready to say about Govan? I was getting ready to say something, I forgot. He probably gonna tell it in this next go round, because they already. I mean, if they was setting it there, he gonna wish he had not been doing what he doing now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Justice for Dog says, I sent you one to see. Oh, I never even checked my email. Let me check my email. I'm sorry. Y'all know I be forgetting to look at that email. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my freaking God. Okay, yeah, I just looked at the pictures at the bottom. Oh wow. It's so interesting, because I definitely went through I remember when we went through the academy, she and I were in the same police recruit class. And she was not a police officer long. She had to take a medical leave, I believe, a early retirement for something on medical, I do believe. So I think she was in the service or something. I'm not sure. I tell you. Anyway, y'all. I forget what I was talking about. The National Guard. Okay. We're gonna come back to this. It's long just check. What I'm drinking on some coffee. Y'all know, I mean, I be drinking, y'all know I be drinking coffee. I need to drink me some wine. I got that sweet bitch in there, and I haven't opened it. I need to. Oh, he said her back or something. Okay. Oh wow. I tell you. Um, the National Guard. They're saying that the National Guard is going to be in Memphis on Monday, right? And they're saying that the Guard is going to be in Memphis on Monday, but there people have been saying that they've been seeing the National Guard in Memphis now for 2 weeks. And that's not hard to believe. They say that a lot of state troopers have come from Nashville also. Yeah, Miracle said they're already here. I believe that, Miracle Kayla. I do. People have been saying that they've been seeing them now for 2 weeks in the Memphis area. And I know state troopers from out of Nashville, okay, have hey Anissa, have been doing a lot of overtime in Memphis. And they've even been pulling over police officers. Okay, they've been pulling over police officers. So let me just tell y'all this: because I do not have your phone in your hand. Don't have nothing in your hand. They're really enforcing because they got to pay the state troopers the overtime, and they got to pay the National Guard. The clerk's office, they're saying, says that they're behind because the state troopers write over 1,000 tickets a day. And so it seemed like to me, what they got their ugly asses here for if they're just going to be giving the tickets to the law-abiding citizens, okay? So they pull over the Memphis police cars. They're really enforcing so that they can make up the money to pay the National Guard. They got to pay the National Guard and pay the overtime to the troopers that they're sending from out of the Nashville area. They got to pay for their hotel and stuff like that for them to be here. So if you got anything in your hand, they're enforcing hands free. If you got a Coke in your hand, you got a phone in your hand, you got anything in your hand while you're driving, them state troopers gonna pull you over and give you a ticket. And then they're going to ask for your registration, and they're going to ask for everything else. If you ain't got one thing, you ain't got your insurance card. And here's the thing: now when they pull you over, they already know you got insurance, whether you got it or not, because when they run your car tag number, it lets them know if you have insurance. So they just want to give you a charge. And they're going to ask for your insurance card. If you don't have your insurance card, they're going to cite you for that. Okay. So I thought that they were supposed to, all these damn boys running around here in stolen cars and stuff, they messing with the law-abiding citizens. I know somebody said, well, I thought you said you wanted the state troopers here to fight crime with the real criminals, not mess with the law-abiding citizens, right? Hold on one second, you all. Okay. You all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Let's look at a little bit of this. Now, let me just tell y'all about this governor right here, this racist governor in Tennessee. He's a great part of the reason that crime is out of control, because he changed the gun laws and made it where anybody could carry a gun. Okay? Anybody without a permit and all of that. And then crime started getting out of control. And now he's trying to get with Trump and talk about when Memphis is out of control. Of course, he knew it was going to affect the Black community. Okay? Now he want to try to act like, I guess he asses Trump real bad too.
Everybody ready? Thank you all for being here. this morning. We gathered together earlier today, this group of local and state and federal officials to discuss the next steps for the Memphis Safe Task Force and to talk about successful efforts that have already been underway. And part of the goal today is just to begin a regular cadence of updating Memphians on this Safe Task Force as it proceeds in the weeks and months ahead. But before I get into the operational details, I just want to say, Memphis is a world-class city. And before us, we have a generational opportunity to make Memphis a safe city. I love Memphis.
If you were detained at any San Bernardino juvenile detention facility, such as High Desert or Gilbert Street.
This is the money glitch that's getting former detainees properly compensated.
Have known Memphis my whole life. My grandparents lived here. My mom was born and raised here. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles. I spent part of my summers in this great city. And I care deeply about the people of Memphis and the city of Memphis. And so do these people that are standing up here behind me and beside me. This is a collaborative group of men and women leaders who believe that, in fact, we have a generational opportunity to make this city a safe city once again. We want every Memphian to feel safe as they enjoy all that this great city has to offer. And we're not going to let anything hold us back from allowing this city to be all that it can be. The story of crime in Memphis is about to be a story of the past, and that's what we need it to be. That's what this effort is about, and that's what we will be embarking on in the next days. A lot of work has gone into making this possible. A lot of work has already been done. As you know, there was months ago, we began the process of engaging with resources, federal resources. The U.S. Marshal Service was on the ground here months ago. The FBI has been operating under Operation Viper. Hundreds of arrests were made in that operation. And now this will continue with the Memphis Safe Task Force. I'd like to say that I'm grateful for the men and women standing behind me and the work that's already been done and the collaborative work that's been done. Mayor Young and I meet every month, whether it's in person or virtually. We meet every month and have for the last month since he came into office. We talk about the things that are happening positively in Memphis, and we talk about the challenges that are happening in Memphis, including crime, and how it is that we can work together to solve that. The mayor's commitment to tackling crime in this city is very clear, and it has been since the day he got into office. And this step that we are taking together is a continuation of that commitment to solving the crime problem in this city. For 7 years now, our administration has worked together with locals to commit resources to lowering the crime rate and to increasing public safety in the city of Memphis. Magnifying the highway patrol presence significantly, investments in funds and grant programs throughout the 7 years. I'm announcing today that we will be providing an additional $100 million in grant funds toward public safety initiatives in the state of Tennessee, in the city of Memphis, from the state. It's an effort to combine what we're doing with this task force with additional resources from the state to magnify the effectiveness of this. And now we have new partnerships that are at the federal level that have created this generational opportunity that I spoke to earlier. President Trump understands that cities like Memphis need federal resources. He understands what the city needs and has committed those resources to us. And I want to thank the president for the ability that we have today to use those federal resources to fight crime in our city. I want to thank President Trump. I want to thank Attorney General Pam Bondi. I want to thank Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. I want to thank FBI Director Kash Patel. Each one of these people. I want to thank U.S. Marshal Director Gaddy Serralta, the DEA Director Terry Cole. Each one of these men and women have worked together with us in the planning stages of this operation so that we can have a safe Memphis again. As I said, planning's been underway for months. Specific planning for this task force has come together, in particular in the last several weeks. And we will begin operations for the Memphis Safe Task Force next week. Personnel from 13 agencies will be on the ground in Memphis next week. It will begin a phased operational approach. This will occur in phases. It'll happen over the next weeks and months. And most importantly, this will be a sustained effort. When I spoke with the president in the Oval Office last week, I reiterated to him and to the folks that are a part of the federal resources here that what matters to us most is that this is a sustained effort, that this creates a long-term strategy for Memphis, for the city to be safe in the long run.
I do that.
The goal is lasting safety,
and I'll let
the mission will be sustained.
I'll keep
I want to speak briefly about the agencies that are represented and the different roles that they're going to play, because what's important to know is this is a multi-agency effort.
Okay.
This is a
all right. Thanks.
Multi-level effort of agencies working together. The U.S. Marshal Service will chair this operation and this task force. We're grateful to have their local leadership here today. Tyrese Miller is the U.S. Marshal for the West Tennessee region, and the U.S. Marshal Service will head this effort up. The FBI, the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms departments of the federal government, those law enforcement officials will be on the ground in Memphis next week to begin the collaboration with local law enforcement, Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff's Office, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Speaking of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, we have over 300 troopers that will now be assigned to this region. That will ensure that at any one time we have 100 Highway Patrol officers on the ground. That is a significant increase in the presence of Highway Patrol in Shelby County for this operation. Department of Safety Commissioner Jeff Long is here, Colonel Matt Perry, Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Johnson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. The Highway Patrol will play a major role in making sure that there is support as well for Memphis Police Department and Shelby County Sheriff's Department. The Tennessee National Guard, deputized by the U.S. Marshal Service, the National Guard will play a critical support role to local law enforcement here in Memphis. These are guardsmen and women who are Tennesseans, who will be a part of displaying the volunteer spirit and stepping up and serving their neighbors here in Shelby County as a part of this effort. They will serve as a force multiplier to the Memphis Police Department and to the Shelby County Sheriff's Department. Their support role will be important to make sure that the efforts necessary by the police department and the sheriff's department are maintained. They'll work in tandem with law enforcement officers. I want to thank Major General Warner Ross, Adjutant General for Tennessee National Guard, for being here as well. How does it feel? Key to this effort is the mayor and the police chief. These are two individuals that I've worked with for a long time in efforts to make sure that this city is safe. I am grateful for their collaborative work here today. It's very important that we all understand the goal and that we work together to accomplish that. So I want to give each of them an opportunity to say a few words. Mayor?
All right. Thank you, Governor. Thank you all for being here today. And thank you, Governor, for pulling together this convening and this dialogue. It's much needed. I know that there are a lot of questions in our community. There's a lot of feelings, passionate emotions, whether you're for it or against it. But as the leader of our city, my goal is to make sure that as resources come into our community, we find ways to use them effectively and for the benefit of the residents of our great city. Memphis is a city that I love, been here all my life, and I want to see Memphis succeed. And I will say that success is the only option. That's one of the things we talked about in our meeting just prior to this. We have 3 goals that we have as a city as we go through this. Number 1, we want to make sure that we're building on the existing strategies that have demonstrated success. Number 2, we want to make sure that as we go through this process, we maintain the continuity of services to the public. And then number 3, we want to make sure that we find ways to sustain the gains that we will achieve long term. Those are the dialogues that we're going to continue to have as this process begins. My commitment to the public is to make sure that we are communicative, that we're transparent, and we bring the public along every step of the way. I'll answer more questions as they come during the Q&A, but I'll turn it over to Chief Davis.
Good morning. My comments will be brief. I am grateful to the governor for bringing these individuals together to help discuss and clarify the roles of the various individuals that will be involved in this operation over the next several weeks. As many of you know, the Memphis Police Department and local law enforcement have asked for several years to have more federal law enforcement support to investigate and to help facilitate the prosecution of individuals that are committing the worst of the worst crimes in our city. And so today, we are pleased to know that there are 13 agencies that will be working with us over the next few weeks so that we can see a difference in our city. Our main concern is to make sure that Memphians know that the work that is done is on their behalf and that we will not deviate from the manner in which we do work every day in the city of Memphis. And so we're looking forward to this collaboration. We're looking forward to the results, and we're looking forward to forwarding the work and advancing the work that the men and women of the Memphis Police Department and local law enforcement have been doing for several months. So thank you.
Thank you. We are in a unique place here in Memphis. Never before.
Now y'all see that man says U.S. Army. They already in Memphis. Look, they're standing behind the governor.
Has a city in this country had access to the level of resources that is about to be made to the city of Memphis? There's no city in America that has access to the resources we're about to get. And that is very hopeful for me. And I see this team of professionals behind us that are willing to work together to make the city safe. It's exciting for me. We have to do this. We have to do it for the Memphis business community, small business.
Now, y'all hear him say that no city in the world has access to the amount of resources that Memphis is about to get. Y'all, we got to lock our children. I guess, we got to tell your kid. We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
Businesses and large employers. I talk to CEOs all the time who want to move to Memphis and who want to bring jobs and who want to bring opportunity. And we have to make it possible for those companies to feel good about making the moves here. And we have to do this for Memphis families. We have to do this for the people who live and work and worship and play, and their children are on the streets. We have to do this for the people that live in Memphis. I recently heard from a lady whose son was killed on the street in Memphis. She's a mother in Memphis. And one of the things that she said, and I want to close with this before we take questions. She asked Memphians, she actually was going to put together a prayer meeting. She asked Memphians to come together to pray for their city. We're about to embark on an effort that's going to require a tremendous amount of work. And one of the things that I would ask you to do is join her in asking the Lord to empower the work that's about to be done in the city. And a great favor would come on the city of Memphis as we embark on our efforts to make it the safe city of Memphis. Thank you, and we are happy to take questions. Yes.
How will this differ from some of the already existing local, state, federal partnerships like the multi-agency gang unit? And what are the priorities going to be for these different?
Grand Canyon University is ranked among the top 25 best college campuses in America. And in 2023, traditional campus.
I think the main way that this is different is that it is significantly magnified. The number of agencies, the level of expertise, the opportunity to access technology that's not been widely available to us. You know, the federal resources, the expertise that the federal resources have, whether it is the U.S. Marshal Service, the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Department, the FBI, those are sophisticated law enforcement agencies who understand how the worst of criminals operate. And they understand how it is that we can identify those worst of the worst that are on the streets in Memphis and then allow law enforcement to move in there. So I think the biggest difference is the fact that we just are about to have a significant amount of resources, significantly more than we've ever had in this city. And that'll make a tremendous force multiplier.
Governor, how many personnel are we talking about here? And you said that the Guard will be deputized by the U.S. Marshal Service. How does that legally work? And will you be declaring a state of emergency to deputize?
I will not be declaring a state of emergency. This is a Title 32 operation that comes at the request of the federal government, authorized by me, for National Guard troops that are deputized in order to be able to operate under the operation of the U.S. Marshal Service. And the numbers of personnel, we don't know that yet. Part of the goal today is to just say, you need to know this is about to begin.
Thank you, Magnanes, for the $4.99 super sticker.
The need is understood on the ground.
So said enough
while it
is
begins
enough.
next week, we don't know the numbers. Those will be determined by need. What was your other question?
The other question, I guess, is will they be armed?
You don't even know what he's saying.
Will the Guard be making arrests here? Or you said support.
Yeah. So the Guard will not be making arrests. And the Guard will not be armed except and unless the local law enforcement makes requests for that. So this is mission dependent, which means that when we begin this operation, we're going to understand a whole lot more about what's necessary out there. And information from the police department, for example, on what support they need will determine and drive whether or not a particular National Guardsman is armed. If that's what's necessary to support the Memphis Police Department, then that will be a decision that's made at the time. But a lot of this is going to be mission dependent. But the National Guard will be used.
Yeah, he's telling lies.
Making arrests.
Governor,
he said they won't be armed unless.
Well, there's not actually an official order to sign. There's a memorandum from the president that lays out this request. I have to authorize that, and that authorization was made. The Secretary of War provides an official letter that lays out how this will operate with the U.S. Marshal Service. There's not documentation signed by me, but the request has been made and authorized, and the effort will begin next week.
Governor Lee, how is the state ensuring that the National Guard's presence or any other agency's presence will not escalate tensions in already vulnerable neighborhoods, especially given Memphis' long history of strained police-community relations?
I think the primary thing I'd say about that is the men and women standing behind me have begun working together. Well, we've been working together for a long time, but on this particular operation, began working together, recognizing that this has to be successful. there is no option for me other than the success of this operation. And the only way that that's going to be successful is if the community understands the right role of every one of these agencies. If the community understands that you address the National Guard, if the community can understand that the National Guard is here to support the Memphis Police Department and local law enforcement, they'll understand that when they see it on the ground. But there's an understanding and a commitment with the group here that has to happen, because this has to work. And I know we all believe very much that this is the moment in time that we have been given to collaboratively work together for the people of Memphis. And Memphians are going to see that as this unfolds. Yes.
In August, you sent National Guard troops to DC. You said at the time that you didn't see a need for National Guard in Memphis. What has changed in the last month that suddenly it's now part of the plan? And then Mayor Young and Chief, if you don't mind as well, I've heard some questions about the data that y'all have put out, that there's questions, I guess the crime rate is low, but I don't feel that. What would you say to those concerns?
So first of all, yes, we did support the effort in DC, and we're happy to do that because we want to be a partner in fighting crime wherever we can be a partner. And, we started our first meetings with federal officials on how to address that the crime in Memphis began in the spring. Met with Kash Patel and the director of the FBI and began to talk about what is the best strategy forward. At the time, and up until several weeks ago, that effort was going to be primarily driven by the FBI. And the U.S. Marshal Service had a preparatory role in that. And we created Operation Viper, and that was underway. It was never off the table that the National Guard would be used, but it wasn't the plan at the time that this would develop. But as we talked with the Trump administration, and it became evident to us that not only could we have the FBI resources, but the DEA, the ATF, the National Guard, all federally funded resources that could be directed to support local law enforcement in Memphis. That's when it became evident that this is exactly what needs to happen, because we know that if we have access to those resources, this problem can be solved. Now, it isn't going to be easy. It's going to be complicated. There will be a lot of things that we have to figure out over the next several weeks, but we have an opportunity to do something that has been long needed in the city, and the people standing here are committed to that.
And I'll speak to the point around data. We've had a lot of conversations locally around data and crime, and the facts are the facts. In 2024, we saw a 13% reduction in overall crime, a 19% reduction in violent crime, 29% reduction in murders, 37% reduction in car thefts. And in 2025, we're on par to have the same level of reductions, or if not more. But the reality is still the reality. Crime still exists. I never said crime was over. None of us have ever said that. In fact, what we say is that we're not taking victory laps. We know that we have a lot of work to do to get crime at a level where people really, really feel it. And we're still too far on far too many lists. I still get too many stories from mothers who have lost children. So the crime is unacceptable. And we're going to continue doing the work until we get it to where it needs to be.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
Chief Davis or Mr. Miller, could you explain how the police department and the task force are going to operate together, and who's going to have overall command?
So we've had many conversations about what this collaboration looks like, but I believe that because today isn't the first day that we work with Marshall Miller on operations and how those operations should best serve our community, we plan to continue with that same level of command and control. The Memphis Police Department knows where the crimes are. We have the data, and we are the ones that will help to have discussions about how we address crimes in the various communities that we're looking at. And just to speak just a little bit about, how our community members are feeling. It's taken decades for us to be in a place that we are. We've had many things that have contributed to where we are. We are not taking victory laps, but we do know that some community members, some of our residents are feeling that things are shifting in Memphis. But we can't take the bar where we need it to be unless we get the federal resources that have been sort of absent, at least at the magnitude that it needs to be in our city. This operation is going to be one that will help us to put a dent. We are not eradicating, crime right now, but we are putting a dent, and we plan to put a dent. There are many individuals that are violent criminals that have been, at large for a long time, that have committed homicides in our community. Our community members want relief. They want to know that there is a concerted effort and a focus on violent crime and looking for those individuals who continue to commit crime in our city.
Governor Lee, when you say next week, are we talking Monday? Also, where are the troops going to be housed?
So there will be members of these 13 law enforcement agencies beginning Monday. I can't tell you who's coming Monday, who's coming Tuesday, how many they're coming. Part of that is because they will come to Memphis to begin collaboratively working together, and we'll see a ramp up of those resources over the next weeks.
Governor, you have mentioned something about as far as what President Trump signed the memo, and then at some point you had authorized it that there's no documentation. Is there ever going to be any documentation, and how can we get access to that?
Well, the documentation is the memorandums assigned by the president, and there's and then the back and forth between the official recognition and declaration by the Secretary of War.
How do you see immigration enforcement playing a part in all of this? And also, you keep mentioning federal funding. Is part of this the idea that Memphis specifically will not be paying to house these agents, and this will be paid for federal tax?
The federal agencies will fund their own operations. So the operation of that's true of the National Guard. What was your first question?
About how immigration enforcement might affect it.
Yeah. So this is the effort of this task force is crime. It's to fight violent criminals, drug traffickers, smugglers. This is a violent crime and a crime eradication effort. Now, if one of those criminals happens to be someone here that's illegally in this country, then ICE will be involved in that. But this operation is a crime-fighting operation, and these are law enforcement operations that are coming together.
We have time for just a couple more in case anyone hasn't gotten a question.
Yeah, has anybody not asked?
Governor, I think you said we have to do this. It's impacting businesses. Business owners we talked to said having guardsmen outside, their front door, essentially having the additional troopers, it's actually deterring people wanting to come to the city. What do you say to them about this is having an impact on the business?
Well, I will say that I do talk to CEOs frequently because I try to recruit companies into Memphis, and there are a lot of companies that want to come here, and they're concerned about the crime. So when I think about opportunity for Memphians and investment in this city and job creation in this city, I listen to those CEOs and I hear their concerns, and that's part of the effort here is to alleviate those concerns. The other thing that's going to happen over these months is that this press conference is the beginning of what we believe will be a cadence of transparency for the city of Memphis. People need to understand what it is that we're doing, how it's unfolding, what that looks like, and that will include feedback from. We will hear from business owners. We will hear from the citizenry. We will understand, certainly the locals will understand how this is working for them. And that feedback from business owners will be important for us to understand how this operation works. But I will say the most important thing we can do for a business owner is take a criminal off the street that's in front of their business. We want Memphians to feel safe to go out and shop and enter businesses and go out to dinner at night and take their families to Grizzly games and feel good about it. We want people to go to Beale Street and feel comfortable with that, and not have any concerns about what it's like to be out and about in this. That's when our businesses will thrive. That's when our families will thrive. That's when economic development will thrive in the city, and that's the goal.
Do we know how long? This is sort of a test run. So is there an estimated 90 days? How long do we expect?
Part of what we have said together, those of us that are working on this, is it will operate as long as it takes. This is an opportunity we have, and we are committed to making sure that it works.
Wow.
We don't know how long it will take
Memphis
for that to work, but
y'all,
however long it takes. Yes.
As long as it takes to do what,
you said this will
though?
begin next week. How will the potential
Kill out
government
all.
shutdown affect these efforts?
It won't affect the efforts. Whatever gaps are necessary to make certain that the resources continue, those will happen, and it should not affect the efforts.
Governor, will you talk about jail capacity real quick, how that's going to work?
Jail capacity is very important because we expect that there will be hundreds of arrests. And we're working right now and have been working for weeks to establish that availability of beds through federal prisons, state
And they've
prisons,
been
county
renovating
jails in the
buildings to
region,
make them
adjacent
holding
states.
places
There's a clear understanding
for
that this
arrestees.
is, that's an important component of that, and we have a plan for that, and we're working on it.
One more question, I guess, so much of this has been a show of force, hundreds of people potentially rolling up here showing force. A lot of law enforcement is wiretaps and surveillance, stuff like that. How much of this operation is going to be that versus pulling up on violent fugitives that have warrants out?
Yeah, I think it's really important you say that because, you're talking about rolling up in force. What this is coming together in force. The presence is going to be one of collaboration. And in fact, the U.S. Marshal Service, the directors of that federally visited the Memphis Crime Center to understand the technologies available, to understand what technologies might be needed to enhance the operations here. So,
y'all heard that, didn't you? He said Memphis. We'll talk about it. It's about
your
to
point's
end.
really well taken.
They got one more minute. It's gonna end.
This is an ongoing effort.
This man has said a lot. I hope folks been listening.
Not just numbers of personnel. There's much more, and that's part of what the $100 million that the state will be committing will be for technology, for downtown public safety efforts. This is much more than just numbers of personnel. It is a collaboration of technology and efforts. Yes.
One final word to you. What should they do when you leave? Final message to them.
The final message is this is a remarkable, great southern city. It has a history and a legacy like no other city in the South. This is a city that Tennesseans recognize as crucial and important if Tennessee is going to lead the country in the ways that we believe that she should. This is a city that people who live here love. I've oftentimes said there's no one who loves a city like Memphians love their city. And we recognize that what's about to happen here is crucial for the future of this great city, for it to continue and advance and accelerate in transformation as one of the future great cities of America. This has to happen. We have to get a handle on this issue. And I'm incredibly hopeful that this is the beginning of a real transformation. And frankly, the truth is there's a lot of work that's been done. So this is not the start of a crime fighting effort. This is the acceleration of a crime fighting effort. My final word is that I believe that Memphis's greatest days are ahead of them. And this is a very important component and a part of that. Thank you all very much.
Listen, I wouldn't have any issues with the National Guard coming in to help the law-abiding citizens, but listening to him, y'all, that's scary. They have an agenda, and the agenda goes further than making the city great again, making, reducing the crime rate. Just listening to him, he's talking about the resources, the technology like never before. This has to happen. It's almost like he's saying, he's sitting there, standing there with his racist ass, because he looks like he's the grand wizard. Okay, we got to kill out a lot of black people. I mean, that's all I could hear. We got to kill out. This has to happen. We got to kill out a lot of black people. Now, they told lies like they're going to really bring the National Guard in and not have them armed. Y'all think we believe that? I don't.
Hell no. I'm a military brat. No.
She said, and when he said acceleration, see, he's telling lies. And with how his state troopers, because the state troopers fall up under him. He is over the state troopers. They've always been, this man has always been vicious. Because when they did that Black Lives Matter did that march, the reason that Michael Rollins, hold on, let me, I want to remind y'all of this, okay? I just want y'all to see this. Hold on, y'all hit the like button.
Is everything okay?
Okay, so y'all, this is the old police director, Mike Rollins.
Attempting to go to the one of the bridges, Mississippi River Bridge. We're not gonna let that happen. Let's go ahead and get a couple cars in front of them.
A cop car drove in front of the crowd as a line of officers blocked one ramp to the bridge. Police outnumbered, calling for help all over the city.
Start additional cars from Airway Station, Tillman Station, Range Station, Ridgeway Station.
No justice, no peace.
Interim Police Director Mike Rawlings locked arms.
Okay, so y'all see Mike Rollins right there, right? Y'all see Mike Rollins. The reason that Mike had such a desperation when he went out there, he had sent his officers. He was at the time the police director. He had the same position that Chief Davis has, right? When he retired, she got his position. So the reason that Mike Rollins has such a desperation, and the police officers, MPD was saying, we can not let them get to that bridge because it's a lot of money travels over that bridge, as far as like they have to import and outport and all of that. So Mike had such a desperation because the governor at the time, I think it was we had another governor, or that one had just came in, but I think it was another one. He was not any better. He gave an order for the state troopers, if they had that bridge blocked off, to start taking down people. Mike Rollins begged them, please don't do that. He didn't want to see them taken down, just killing black people. He said, I want to get out here and do what is necessary to try and talk them off of that bridge. That was an order to just start taking people down. Okay.
So Wolf, they were costing them money.
Me T, what going on?
What's up?
That this crowd is attempting to go to the one of the bridges, Mississippi River Bridge. We're not gonna let that happen. Let's go ahead and get a couple cars in front.
Y'all heard the Memphis police officer said, we're not gonna let that happen. Y'all get the cars in front of them so they can't get to that bridge.
A cop car drove in front of the crowd as a line of officers blocked one ramp to the bridge.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Police outnumbered,
Man,
calling
everybody
for
got
law
on that
all over
bridge.
the city.
Start additional cars from Airway Station, Tillman Station, Range Station, Ridgeway Station.
Interim Police Director Mike Rawlings locked arms with protesters.
God said, boy, get up on that bridge. And that's what I did.
That was
leading the city
2016.
back to the forum.
Please don't shoot me, Dad. I've got my hands above my head.
Then returning to the bridge to sweep the stragglers away and reopen the interstate.
Bull, this defeat now. That's what it's about to stop it.
Organizers and community members applauding his efforts, now calling for his job to be made permanent.
We just wanted our voice to be heard. And if we have a problem with the police, we'll find the police chief.
Okay, so a lot of them out there didn't know that there was an order that had been made for the state troopers. And like I told y'all, the state troopers, they're a different animal. Okay. And that is because the governor, is over them. And like I said, that's why so many people applauded Mike, because he got out there and he definitely he stopped some disasters from happening. You know, him being a black man, he didn't want to see them just shooting down black people. And I guess it would have been, you know, if there was an order, if the governor gave an order for them to start taking down people, to just start, I guess, slaughtering black people that would not come off of the bridge, I guess it would have failed up under some law. They would have found a way to justify it. So y'all, what's going on? What's the word? What y'all think about this situation?
Man, I think they needed some help because Chief Davis and Paul Young were catching hell. You know what I'm saying? And but I think Mayor Paul, he said he didn't want to get them involved, but I feel like the way they looking, man, they looking at us like, man, I told y'all badass, man, to calm down now. You know, I told y'all them folk were coming, now they there. So it's like shit, everything on them.
Well, this is totally about money. This is money motivation. You know what this is.
Yeah, because I
They
think
cut the funding off.
it's
So they had to.
gentrification. Is they trying to push you? You heard what that white man said. That man said, "My grandma and them were raised here. My mama and them were raised." They want to make Memphis safe again. They got skyline. Did you see the new skyline they trying to put there? So it's like they trying to rearrange some stuff. Then that billionaire, trillionaire Elon down. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all know what's going on. It's too much going on, and they trying to clean some stuff up.
And to hear him say this has to happen, this has
Yeah,
to happen.
it's Mando.
It makes me feel like he's saying we gotta kill out some of these thugs.
Yeah, they gotta flush them. They don't really want to kill them, but hey man, we gonna get y'all out the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Y'all
we have to.
y'all in the way. I mean, because to be honest, man, Memphis always been ran by black folk. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many years. Look what happened when they leave it in your hands and the black folk hand. Look what happened. And it always, but we already know what's going on. Our people, you know what's going on. Like when you get our people some authority, it be some bullshit. So that's just always be like that.
Well, they waited until a young black man got in there to pull this stuff. Come on, man.
Well, you heard him say new technology that has never been used before. All of a sudden they decide it hadn't been used before. They're gonna use it in Memphis. That's why I say hey, listen, I definitely want the crime to subside, but I see that they're planning to mess with the law-abiding citizens too.
Yeah. I mean, it do because it make y'all uncomfortable.
Well, they plan on killing them if they try to buck them, man.
Where are you located at? What state are you in, Ambitious One? She said so. The somewhat the same plan has been implemented here. The crime has dropped tremendously. So I mean, so when they leave, if the crime drops when they leave, how do they know the crime is gonna stay down? They plan on
Not
having
well, well,
everybody
well,
in jail or dead that's
well,
committing crime.
Well, I know
What?
they was up there in DC and they did the same thing. They said all they were doing was like road checks. And first off, the army, my brother, he retired Marine. The army ain't nothing but some campers. All they does to do is to camp out and eat some damn good food and barbecue and look at the pretty women and the water. They really camping out. And they really using the face of the National Guard as a shield to get everybody to calm the hell down. They really on some pass through. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do road checks. We looking for fugitive. We gonna clean up the city, and they gonna take their ass on because they did it up here where I'm at. So you know, I'm just saying they gonna do what they gonna do, and they gonna get up out of there. But it's gonna be an operation probably go on for years on being having that eye on them like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, they ain't
Well,
finna
like I
just
said, they saying they're gonna be, and he's being real vague about that. Well, like, I don't. He know everything except for how many people and how many is gonna
yeah.
be, how long. It's indefinite. Indefinite means a long time to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's their plan.
and they in Memphis too, cause every year they bringing that trophy home. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna act like the city ain't bringing 400 bodies a year, 400. And then they got to the point, hell, out of the top 10 country, we ain't even a country. Memphis was number 9, dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, yeah, they bringing that trophy home, 400 a year. So
She said,
that's
"Well, ambitious
that's
one
that.
says they was doing a lot of raiding homes and everything."
Yeah, they gonna do all that, and if
Oh
Yeah.
you
yeah, they
if you
see. Now
put
I ain't gonna go ahead, Site.
I do know they said that MPD is so, and I don't know how they're gonna make that work. MPD is so short on the street and in the investigative bureau. They're gonna start. How do they plan to have federal people to just start taking on responsibilities of
Yeah,
local law enforcement agencies? They don't know a whole lot about these cases. How do they plan to incorporate them into that? Like, to me, that's kind of weird. I could see
yeah,
on the street, but they're short in these bureaus. How are they going to incorporate federal entities into taking on cases in these bureaus? I could see, like, the federal agents, the federal bureaus that have been like the FBI, that have partnered with them, but they're still the
yeah,
FBI. But how are
yeah.
they going to start incorporating them because they're so short with MPD into taking on cases? Like, these are federal people.
I mean, cause it's an easy question. Because if the state need help, they gonna go to the feds. That's just what they're going on. And then on top of that, hell, the Fed building right across the street from the state building. I mean, they've been going hand to hand, passing Manila folders and doing deal. It's just work hand in hand. They need help. And it's like, hell, they been watching, cause they done came to Memphis in the 90s when they throwing niggas in the Thunderdome, 201 Popular, no
come
guard
on,
sitting in there. So they
come
didn't already had a run in with Memphis. So now they like, hell, it's really, it's them bodies man, it's 400 bodies a year. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like they gonna be more aggressive because it's Memphis. So I think it's gonna be a little more aggressive than how they was in DC or wherever the hell they was to beginning with. You know, I think it's gonna be more aggressive because they know what they up against. You know, but hell, shit, niggas probably already out of town waiting on them to leave to come back.
all the smart niggas left a long time
Come on,
ago.
man. Like, only person out there is Trace Line, shooting dice, and Ridgecrest. That's the only person they might end.
Everybody else gone. It's over with.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Snoopy
this
Toe
ain't good if
says
you.
Snoopy Toe said crime still happen in DC every day. Somebody getting killed, stabbed, even in
Yeah,
DC
yeah,
every
yeah. That's what
day.
I'm saying. It bad now everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it just that I'm talking about when it comes to bringing that trophy home every year, homicide. Memphis gonna do it every year. We might not go to the NBA championship, but them folk gonna bring that trophy home every year.
Yeah, we gonna be in the Division 2 every year. You know,
Every year.
Yeah, but now a lot
Darius.
of these people kind of look at it as a badge of honor.
Yeah, it
I'm
ain't.
talking about these thugs look at it as a badge of honor for
Yeah.
Memphis to be number one. They brag about that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's kind of sickening.
It
well,
is.
and on one hand it is, but when you know these people short and they ain't gonna go in certain neighborhoods and they
Yeah.
scared as hell and they want to go
Yeah.
home,
Cause they
you
getting
gonna
ran.
brag about that.
Man, some of them shaking up with you heard me coming to the y'all, hey, they coming. Y'all go and clean up. They come on now. We always had that one, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
see so
it's just
they coming.
they coming, man. Gone, yeah. So that's what Paul and Young and Chief David was on. Y'all, they coming. Y'all better get. All right, now they here. So it's like, too late.
Because folks said I've been hearing people say they've been here for 2 weeks.
And get why?
There had already been reports of seeing them tanks and stuff.
And you know why he did that? Because at first, May didn't have nothing to do with that. Trump did that because he was supposed to go to Chicago. Trump building in Chicago. Trump said he didn't want to lose his people in Chicago. Send them to Memphis. Send them to the blue state. Send them to the blue city. And that's why they did that.
I was going to say Tennessee is a red state.
It's a
Memphis,
red state, but Memphis a
city. Yeah, Memphis is
yeah,
a blue city.
Memphis a
They
blue
get
city.
ran by Democrats. He
Yeah,
attacking every state that get ran by
yeah,
Democrats from Chicago
yeah. But only reason he didn't go to Chicago because
I thought Illinois is a blue state, isn't it?
he got people that Trump said it out Trump said it out his own mouth. He didn't want to lose his people in Chicago. Go to Memphis. That's why he said why he did it.
I wonder what.
Hey, if you a career criminal and calling me out of the courtroom, this would be a fine time to get the hell on about your business and get out of town.
Man, get out their way. Shit, get on some non-extraditable shit.
I'm telling you, because them people
It's good
pulling
for
up
the
to kill
criminals
you.
to go on and get a job. But I heard some people say they just gonna move to Mississippi. Living in
What?
Mississippi, now that's worse than being around the National Guard.
Man, them folk harass you down there, man. I don't like being nowhere
They
I'm
gonna harass
harassed.
you until you leave. They don't like Memphians
Man.
moving to their
Man,
state.
I forgot what I ain't seen a roadblock in so long. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying some states on some harassing shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
they don't
they ain't got no
want
crime. They ain't got no crime, so they itching. They gonna break your amendment. When anyway, they breaking your amendment anyway. But some people don't know their laws. But you know what I'm saying? That's why they got to make it public when they have a roadblock, because they're really going against your amendment, right?
Yeah, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Texas.
They do what
Y'all
they
niggas better stay out of there. Y'all on some bullshit.
hot zones.
They said sounds like strong arm in the city. If you ask me, it sounds like the government is up to it's something. They are up to something sinister. That's just listening to him when he said it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Like
Yeah, they up
new
to some.
technology that we're gonna have access to things no other city has had, no other state, new technology. Why the hell they got new technology? They just starting they're gonna use only in Memphis. And when him saying it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen. But he didn't.
Man,
That
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
him and Trump them to cut some deals where he
Yeah,
got
they didn't cut deal. Man, cause them folks in that house, man, I ain't gonna, man, them folks look evil, man. I'm looking at all of them. The little Indian boy, all of them. Them folks look evil, man. Them folks ain't playing, man. They on some, man, and we already, hey, man, just play the game. Do not get out of care, cause you gotta play the, cause them folks gonna get you up out of here, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Shit, and forget about you.
But they
So,
ain't got
but
no problem with that. They ain't with what they got coming in. They ain't gonna have no problem with getting out.
yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. They really got an issue when you getting their endorsements and they money and you talking about us. Oh hell no! Hey, they gonna do you like anybody else gonna do you. Shit, you gonna get our endorsements and then talk about us? Bow, get them out of here. On live TV nowadays, they so gangster. They doing it on live TV. It ain't no he say she say. They doing this shit on live TV.
Man, look, to all the mamas out there, if y'all know little Junebug be on some bullshit, go
Ooh,
put
oh yeah,
go put some insurance on little Junebug, cause you gonna need it.
That
man,
yeah,
get
put some insurance on Little Junebug and they need to tell Little Junebug better. Cause
man,
these
look,
folks been around hollering about that Junebug them got guns too. How they ever think they gonna outshoot them?
man, little June Bud Po be in Sunday school, man. Hell, I know I was in Sunday school 14, 15. You know what I mean? Then probably didn't want to go out there. You know what I mean? Shit. And I used to go New Direction. Our Sunday school was the little onion right there on Winchester. We used to go to the little onion, the little building shaped like a little onion to the left. Come on now. Shit. That was our Sunday school.
And Mrs.
Shit.
One said Trump just signed to bring the death penalty to DC.
Man. Yeah, man. Them
But
folk, man.
here's the thing, y'all. Listen, if these people bringing death up on innocent people, I mean, should we care?
Yeah, cause it's going on. Like I seen it, man, across that water, man. They got some genocide, man. They from what I see and what I learned about our government, they don't care about humanity for real. They only care about theirs and just to keep it going. They don't care about human life for real. Like, come on now. The conversation started with the 9/11, man. Thousands of people get killed. Them folk, man. Come on now. Off a stage event. Come on, man. See, them folk don't care.
Y'all, if y'all don't have y'all registration and stuff in y'all's cars and stuff, y'all
Oh
need to
man.
go ahead. Just remember, don't be on your phone. Don't have nothing
Yeah.
in your hand.
Yeah.
Cause they kicking where you got a gun, and you gonna be dead in the motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The city, yeah, they looking at it like the city infested with crime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody with the shit. Everybody got a Memphis mentality. Everybody. Gotta say everybody want to be a dope. Everybody got that Memphis mentality. So it's like that
Shout out to that.
influence, that fast life. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, gotta stand your ground and shit. Just you gotta have a Draco go to the store, get a cigar and soda pop and some gas. Come on, man.
I hate when people do that because you basically itching for death.
Yeah, you drawing hate to yourself, but I'm saying that's what's going on though. Niggas be into all kind of shit. I done seen niggas going to the store with the AR, and I'm like, what the fuck you got to do all that just to get a soda pop? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it is that influence though. It's that influence. And the warehouses, all them warehouses, they gonna work you like a slave. I worked in warehouses coming up in Memphis. They make you unload trucks for $50 a truck. So come on now, they slaving you at them warehouse. Yeah,
Do
until
that?
you know go temp service, new slave.
Yeah,
We
tip
ain't
service
doing
is
it.
definitely
And that's
one.
all that's around there. I didn't know my real skills until I got the fuck up out of Memphis. And I'ma just keep it real. Cause all we got
Man,
is warehouses or
that
the streets.
$50 a truck, yeah, they supposed to be
Man,
robbed.
come on, man. $50 whole 18 wheeler, man, taking all day, man. I'm asking Jesus for strength.
Man, oh yeah, they gonna come up way short.
Hey, 3,000 boxes of little rubber band, nigga. I never forget. Shit, motherfucker ain't never loved us. I feel Drake on that shit, man. Yeah, them folks ain't
Oh,
never
they
loved us,
wrong for
man.
that.
Slaving the nigga, man. Shit. Didn't see no real opportunity for real. Nigga want come on, bro. Like for real, like they want to slave a nigga.
They
So that's
supposed to be
why
robbed. They supposed to get robbed.
now FedEx was paying good and shit. All right, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying they got something. They ready. They gonna slay you, man. For real.
FedEx is plantation too. They
All
always
that there,
said
all
FedEx
that
is
shit is,
plantation.
man. All that shit is, man. Hell no. Shit, I already go on a business before I go. Fuck that. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Hell, hey, Memphis,
Fire says I'm in Bartlett. They ain't gonna be out here. I don't
shit,
know.
they
It's quite
everywhere.
a bit of stuff go on in Bartlett.
Man, every city got a military
But
base.
what has
They got the
happened is like now what they're started. I hear they started doing like Bartlett. Like if you put them on a chase in Bartlett, they can chase you now into another jurisdiction.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they can chase you now in another jurisdiction. So
yeah,
don't think once you get out of their city limits they're gonna stop. No, they're gonna chase you down.
man. Bartlett, man, nigga
Y'all
be on
just
they
be careful because now I think that they can chase you and stuff.
for real. I used to ride through Bartlett.
Mhm.
I was on my best behavior every time I went.
Well, I believe that because it was a
I was on
man
my
got
best
killed.
behavior. I ain't never Bartlett out there, man. Past Cadeau going to man. Nah, you can't. You gotta be on your best behavior, man. Cause them folks, man, them sheriffs out there, ain't man. Them folks ain't playing. Them county boys ain't playing. Shit. But yeah, Bartlett ain't playing. But yeah, Miss T, what
We
I
never,
think
we
about.
never, we
Go
never
ahead.
left Jim Crow. Where you been?
Jim Crow.
Yeah, they said when they taking us back to Jim Crow, man, we ain't never left this shit. Where y'all been?
Nah, yeah. I mean, shit. They'll take the gas. They'll take they feet off your neck. So it's for so long, But yeah, yeah, they doing you bad. It's more systematic, you know what I'm saying? And they laugh at us, man, because they look at it like, damn, look at them. They over there fighting over crime. They can't get it together. They ain't persevering. You know what I'm saying? They can't get out. You can't get. You know what I'm saying? Like they look at it like that. They studied us for so many years, but we were the original builders. We was the ones that put the White House there. You know what I'm saying? All these Capitol buildings and stuff like that. So I'm just saying it's like once they'll strip you, use you, strip you, and then laugh and look how the white boy what he say. Oh, I want this nigga qualified to fly a plane. Man, come on, bruh. Come on, homie. I don't think like that. When I see Susan May and them flying the plane. And y'all know y'all crazy, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get away from these racist and stereotypical ass statistics. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just it ain't got nothing to do with the other side. You got women, our own people do each other like that. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to get away from all these statistics. Live and let live. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now ain't the time, little Junebug. Go in the hell. They gonna take
Yeah,
you
little
up.
Junebug need to go. Yeah, little Junebug go.
Little Junebug them ain't been saying nothing, have they?
Nah, Lil Junebug and them been on their best behavior because you know what? Lil Junebug and them really got a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? They get money off this content, they get ahead. Man, having no record is gold. You know what I'm saying? For real. You ain't got no record, you got a fresh start. Nigga, you a meal, you a ticket. Shit, that's the life. So Lil Junebug need to go to Job Corps, go get a trade or something. Shit. Don't go to these streets cause that shit dead. They done dried it up. I mean, the streets dead. You want
Everybody
some
doing,
weed?
everybody doing the same shit in the street.
Everybody doing it. Yeah, that what made me start selling lobster tails and steaks and shit. Everybody doing the same shit, nigga. Give me some lawnmowers or something. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga doing the same shit.
Yeah, they most
Yeah.
definitely gonna be there indefinitely. That's what they first did.
Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I see only 94 likes. Y'all make
Shout
sure
out to
y'all
Real
hit the
Talk with
like button.
Tamara. Mitty, I came through, show you love, and that's how I'm gonna do it from now on. I got my YouTube back working. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm gonna just do it like that because you still ain't got your Apple Pay set up. Get your little girl, you get your daughter to help you. I told you.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah. But yeah, Sai, what you been? You
I
been good,
appreciate
Sai?
that a lot. McName Race.
You
I
welcome.
appreciate
You welcome.
Yeah, man, I've been
You
out
welcome.
the way in the house. Yeah, I'm good
Sai
now.
turned 40, man. He finally in that. He finally 40.
that.
He how it
Haven't you
feel
in
to
the
be
40
40.
Yep, I feel like
He-
I'm 15 all over again. What's up, y'all?
that was man. He said he feel like he
They said all
15. He
job
feel.
corps have closed. I didn't know all of them closed.
Oh damn! I forgot they damn. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Job Corps. They gonna get you right, but they go down over there too. Them girls
Was
coming
job
out
corps
from different cities.
paramilitary?
I don't know. I don't think I know they give you all kind of trades. They can let you get your trade. You might can go to the I don't know if they had ROTC in no Job Corps.
I wonder why they
Uh,
taking away all like programs that can help you to learn a trade. They don't want
Too
you to
many,
learn no trade.
And they don't want too many
Mm-mm.
niggas to be in there. We know
They
what
they
time
they
it is.
they want you to be a worker. I ain't gonna lie, we're going down at Job Corps. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to the one out there in White Haven. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me a little trade, and it was women, people coming from Atlanta area. Well, you know what I'm saying? Going that junk. They was staying on that junk. See, I was catching the matter bug going home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they was staying on that junk with the bed, but I was like, nah, I ain't staying on that junk. No cap. And they piss testing you. You can't smoke no weed. Shit, I know what's going on. But yeah, job course on with some serious, but they gonna get you right though. They gonna get you a trade. You gonna lead up with a diploma and a good trade. But damn, that's fuck messed up. They shut it down. Cause that was a good resource. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That was a good resource. But
Yeah,
job
that was
course.
definitely a good resource. So let me ask y'all something. What do you all think the agenda is of them bringing in the National Guard? I just listening to him. It's got to be it's something. See, I was hoping to drive the crime down, but they got another agenda.
Well, they know there's gonna be a lot of people that buck them. They're gonna get them ready to go kill them, especially if they got hookers, especially if they
Nah,
jacking.
but nah, Memphis folks smarter than that though, bro. We really smart, bro. Don't play
I
for.
hope, I hope
We
so.
like it just depends. I think they know what's going on. They them folks out there in that terrain and fatigue, bro. Them folks they know what's going on. Them folks in the house making love, man. These folks making babies, man. These folks ain't even these folks they making babies, man. I ain't even studying them folks. Cause all these folks gonna do it camp. All they doing is camping out, bro. You gotta know our military, bro. The army don't do shit but camp out, eat bologna sandwiches, mess with the girl. You know what I'm saying? Get the saluted. The only one I salute them. I salute the soldier now. I love them to death.
Come on,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
So basically, you saying them for sorry here.
Man, you need to learn to know our brand. Now I ain't gonna say they sorry. I'm just saying they campers, man. You see the white man back there just looking. What he doing? Nothing.
He
That's
said
all I'm
they have
saying.
a plan for the state of Tennessee, but Memphis is holding the state back. It has to, what he say, has to stool.
They real deal decoys. They real deal, but they
Hey,
decoys, man.
Sunflower.
They just decoy to calm the city down, man. Look, this what we gonna do if y'all try us,
They
nigga. We
said
got
it's a lot of
tanks.
crime in Nashville.
Y'all
They
over
just
there,
hide. They said it. They just hide it. They
y'all.
just don't talk about it.
This what I think going on. Y'all over there shooting out in South Memphis, North Memphis, East Memphis. We gonna send a motherfucking tank over there. Now what's up? That's what I think. Y'all want to keep doing this. Y'all want to keep killing. Y'all kill dog. We gonna send a tank over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's all
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying.
here you go.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I think these folks had enough, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, cause it is a lot of crime, man. A lot of people lost their lives, man. And that is essentially, but then they got to put them resources out there. Hell, hell, man, it's all kind of shit for the kids to do. It can't say, man, they got it. Hell, it just hell the good place you supposed to be in Memphis, that shit be empty. You go to the bad pro shop, that shit empty as hell. You know, it's nice, it's pretty. But ain't no, and so it's like all the good people ain't at the good, but I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of shit for the kids to do in the city. I just think it's the crime. They strictly there for the crime, you know.
And that what I'm trying to do. Go to all the nice places niggas ain't there.
Man, for real, it's a lot of stuff you can do in Memphis and won't nothing happen. Like nigga that did that, like that how it was supposed to be, man. Shit, that how it supposed to
A
be.
lot of times when you go to the hood, they won't do nothing to you.
Hell no, nigga ain't man.
They know you.
Man,
Well,
they know you.
they because people don't want no
Yeah,
bull jive to come to the hood. They want trying to get their money. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. They care about
yeah.
their money.
You gotta come with respect. Don't come with all that jazzy shit. You're loud. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta respect it. Yeah, you gotta be respectful wherever you go. But you can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna mess. Hey, we sat out in the hood all day. There ain't no, every hood. But it's just like you gotta you gotta mind your bid and be respectful and keep it moving.
Mhm.
That's it.
I I go in the hood then all night and worry about
In-
nothing.
but you gotta insight. You gotta know when your time is up. Boys in the hood, Kane. I mean, menace to society. You gotta know when your time is up. All that loading up the U-Haul at the wrong is you. Even if you loading up the U-Haul, your time can be up loading up the U-Haul. So you gotta already when your time is up and you graduated, you gotta know when to graduate from that shit and put your cap and gown on and get the hell on. For real. And
He
when it
said,
comes to
example, University of Memphis can't get into a better conference simply because of crime.
Oh my God. How they can't get up to the front of the
Man,
side
hey,
there?
University of Memphis was so fun with the dorm was so nice. Then they got that swim pool when you walk out your little apartment door and swim. And the University of Memphis was nice, lit. You know what I mean? They were lit up there. But yeah, that's all I remember. Like growing up, we had fun. Like we were too fun. Like
So the
man,
holidays coming up, we're gonna be able to tell though if if them being here really matters, if it's really working, because crime always kind of goes up either in the summertime and around the Christmas time.
yeah, I think it's working though, for real. T.
Huh?
I think it's working because we ain't been hearing shit. For real. We
We
ain't been
haven't.
WRG been on hush mode. Come on now. For real. Hey, we hey
Blackwood
look
News.
and look. Hey, look, Sight. Shout out to all them little young niggas that hit the breeze truck before them folk got in town, man. That's so y'all can sit y'all at. Them folk that hit the breeze truck about 20 times.
Hey, shout out to them, man. Y'all come holler
Man,
at your boy.
them folks sweet before them folks hit the city. Them folks in Miami on yachts and shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why I say the city quiet, man. It's cricket, man. I show speed ran through the whole city. Went to my old hood, even man, them folks went, man, slicing and man, went through the whole city, man. They making Memphis safe again.
Y'all can be fools y'all want to think Memphis safe.
Every city got a facade to it, you know. It look good, sound good.
Blackwood News, but don't never get a night off because he already reporting.
Man, that bullshit come from them bando. Man, that shit come from them bando, man. For real, man. Real talk. Like them bando,
Shout
like
out,
that.
shout out to Blackwood News. He never took the L.
Oh, Blackwood News. Shout out to him, man. And he
And
out
shout
there.
out to
He out
Blackwood
there.
News. He always outside.
Yeah, man.
I
For
wonder if he
real.
gonna be. I wonder if he gonna be out there with the National Guard. They ain't gonna do nothing to him though.
Man, I can see that shit now. Blackwood News, y'all, and we live. Gonna be a million National Guards out in front of his ass. He recorded talking about Blackwood News. They ready to spark it. Hey, shout out to Blackwood News, man, cause he got it boots to the ground, and it don't matter what situation it is. He don't care if these folks out there 1,000 lined up. He out there Blackwood News. Shout out to Blackwood News. That's all
Shout
right.
out to Blackwood.
The city been quiet though. I'm proud. I like to not hear nothing. I like to hear crickets. I like to hear peace. I like to, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody said they was on Rain Line Road Saturday and they didn't feel safe. Of course, Rain Line close the bridge, Chris. You should never feel safe.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
100. They got $100 million funding. 13 agencies and more is coming to Memphis. I didn't even know
Hey,
they had 13 federal agencies.
Go in the house, little June Bull.
hey,
About to be
hey,
good for you.
hey, Sight, look, I know you be screaming that North Memphis shit, right? Man, hey, one road that always even you can hear it on the scanner. Raleigh LaGrange Road, it be going down.
Yeah.
Did he say the? I mean, he said 13, but what agencies is that?
They just
Tennessee Highway Patrol headquarters to discuss new safety. See, the Tennessee Highway Patrol already been doing too much.
they need don't
And
mentee.
will
Mentee.
include
My God,
the
my bad.
National Guard, the FBI, and other but they won't say what the other agencies are because I ain't even know the feds had 13 law enforcement agencies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll find out when they outside.
They got they see what it is, Mentee. They making them East Tennesseans push on down to West Tennessee because they need some help. And I know for a fact, them East Tennessee, little Peckerwoods, they don't like coming down to West Memphis, like West Tennessee. They know what's going on in Memphis. Them folk do not like coming down there. Too many black folk. They be sure. I know how they face look when they come down. So they really don't even want to get drugged into the shit, but they got to.
Today here in Memphis, Tennessee, and our mayor, Paul Young, and Police Chief C.J.
Paul
Jayz
Young
were
look
out
like
there
they
at the
got-
Tennessee
he's so
Highway Patrol
stressed.
this morning for that news conference. They join us here live now at Action News 5. And a better
Shout out to Paul Young, man.
Memphis Safe Streets
Well, shout out
Task
to
Force
Paul
will
Young. I
operate
like
in our
Paul.
city.
I
Welcome to you
love
both.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul, all right.
Mayor Young, let's start with you. Given your prior statements of concern about the National Guard coming to the city, how will you ensure these resources are used in a way that truly benefit and strengthens our community?
Well, for me, it's really about alignment. One of the things that has been encouraging over the past week and a half, 2 weeks that we've been talking about this, as we've talked to federal partners, as we've talked to the National Guard, all of them have stated that they want to align their work with the work that we've already been doing. So that means the great work that MPD has been doing with Fugitive Task Force, Code Zero, as they come into the fold, we want them to help amplify the work that we've already been doing. And I think that is a strategic way to use those resources to accelerate the pace of the work that we've been putting in.
Well, Chief Davis, this is unprecedented in our city and certainly in your era as our chief. How will this collaboration work now? How do you see this unfolding? And especially just for a resident who calls 911, will there be any difference in how MPD responds?
Well, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, that was part of the conversation this morning, and a point that we have really tried to impress upon our federal partners, that the Memphis Police Department still has an entire city to respond to, and that's what we will continue to do. So the continuity of operations will not be disrupted by this deployment at all. As a matter of fact, some of the operations that we've done with the feds on a smaller scale, this gives us an opportunity to amplify it.
And Mayor, the governor mentioned $100 million in state funding for public safety efforts. What's expected with that funding?
Yeah, we're still figuring all of that out, but I will say that we have been talking for months about ways to get more investment in infrastructure, safety infrastructure in and around downtown. So it will likely be around dollars to support those efforts, but certainly it'll be complemented by any of the initiatives that come out of this as well.
Well, that $100 million.
It's $100 million.
It's a pile of money.
$100
And that
million.
got everybody's attention today. But the governor didn't say anything specific about line items and what he might want. Chief, what would you want done with that $100 million?
Well, you know, believe it or not, after all of this is over, we have to sustain crime reduction in Memphis. You know, so part of that money really needs to go towards not just enforcement, but also to all of those other root causes, all of the other initiatives and important work that needs to be done in our city that, quite frankly, may not have been funded appropriately for us to see an impact and a difference in the city.
What about command structure? How will that work?
A lot of talk about command structure,
Right.
and that's some of my major concerns, because this is sort of a hybrid. This it hadn't happened in my career, any other, you know, law enforcement agency that I've been with. We get federal support, but not at this magnitude and not with, you know, National Guard as well. But we want to make people really understand that command and control is important. Knowing and understanding everybody's roles is critically important. And so we've done a lot of communicating with our federal partners and also with the Major General of the National Guard on what expectations should look like and how we communicate with fluidity so that, you know, we're all on the same page.
Right.
Okay, I get it now. I get it now.
That's been
I get
used
it.
from the White House
get
and
it.
other government leaders is, quote, hyper vigilant policing. That's one of the lines that's going along with this, along with large scale saturation of, quote, besieged neighborhoods. So what do you think that means? And how will you address the fears of people who fear over policing and oversaturation?
Well, I won't attempt to try to break down all of the words and say what they mean. I can tell you what we have been talking to them about. What we have been talking to them about is how we can get them to fold into the existing initiatives that we have underway. We know that we have lists of individuals that have felony warrants, that have done things in our community and continue to do the same things. We want to put the emphasis on identifying those individuals who refuse to do right by our community and use the federal resources to go after those individuals to make our community safer.
Should our Latino neighbors be at all concerned? I mean, should they be afraid right now?
We've certainly been asking those questions, and our understanding from the governor and from the federal partners is that this initiative is about violent crime. And if there are individuals with immigration challenges that get caught up in that, then, ICE would certainly come in that instance. But this is about violent crime.
Okay.
Well, both of you know extraordinarily well that we are an impoverished city. About a third of our residents truly fall into that very difficult description. Tomorrow morning, the Memphis Rotary Club and St. Patrick Community Outreach will have a mobile food pantry downtown on the east end of FedEx Forum that we've been operating for 5 years that will have 500 cars lined up. And those people are counting on that kind of help. Let's talk about the root cause of crime. I know that's something that you're concerned about. Do you expect investments in non-policing approaches to crime prevention to stay the same or perhaps increase with this new federal presence?
Well, I will say that it is my hope that we can identify new resources to help support the things that we know will drive crime down long term. My goal as we go through this process is threefold. One, build upon our existing strategies. Number two, make sure that we have continuity of services. And then three, most importantly, sustain any gains that we achieve. And in order to sustain those gains, we do have to address those root causes. We do have to invest in the organizations that are on the ground, working with our young people, changing their mindset. And that's going to be our goal. We're going to use dollars that we have, like the Violent Crime Intervention Fund through the state, where we already have $39 million that we're getting ready to execute to support organizations doing their work. And I hope that by investing in that work and the law enforcement side, that we continue to see crime go down in this community.
All right. Well, we have more questions to ask. We're going to take a break right now.
So, Mac, you said you understand now. What did you say?
It sounds like them folk need help for get the crime down, and they demanded $100 million so they can give out grants and feed some resource. And you know, shit, if I can make a little something on the side of that. Then she said, "What would you buy with $100 million?" I was thinking a house, a car. That's all I had to say. That shit was funny though. But no, on some real tip though, it just sounds like they need help getting the crime down. And you know, when you hear about $100 million, it sounds like somebody raised their hand. Hey, we'll take.
He said since that FedEx Forum got sued, folks called them big folks.
Yeah. Man, shout out to CJ Dave still holding on with the force. Shout out Paul Young, man. I mean, got a lot of shit on his shoulders, man.
Yeah, he do. You could tell he got a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, you went from having dudes trying to break up in your crib and duct tape.
When folks say, you know, Paul Young let the National Guard come in, he couldn't stop them. That decision was made above. That went over him.
Man, them folks ain't standing. None of them folks. If them folks ain't on no straight drop type of time, man, hey, can be bought off. Holla at you. You hear me? If you ain't on that straight drop type of time, and you need to sit your ass down. That's all I'm saying. Stop doing all these petty ass crime. But I'm just saying, you ain't on that straight drop type of time, man. You seen NBA YoungBoy try to get 100,000 pill. They flew his ass from the feds in some helicopters, military helicopter. So I'm just saying, so as long as you ain't on that straight drop type of time, man, you good.
NBA YoungBoy out now though, ain't it?
Yeah, I got flew home in helicopter, military helicopter. Yeah, if you talking about the fed and Minty, they can't be. But no, it ain't about being bought out. It's about who are you? Can you fill these seats up? You know who's coming, checking in, and it's about power, money. It's about all that. You giving $50,000 check to the clerk's office. Yeah, you pay the clerk's off, man. I'm telling you, man. When if your bond $100,000, if your bond $100,000, take the judge $100,000. Your case might get dismissed. I'm just gonna keep it real.
I'm telling you right down the
I'm just gonna
spot.
keep it real. I learned that in law, man. You can buy that shit, man. If your bond 100,000, yo, you 10%. All right, you gonna owe us a little more of that little piece of that behind. Go on, give them that 100,000, complete cash, and it's legit. Oh man, get on out of here. They gonna let you out through the back door. Oh no, I'm just, but long as you ain't on that straight draw type of time though, you can't run from that M. I don't care who you is.
But
You can't.
see, everybody always talking about, well, they ain't provide no jobs and they ain't trying to do this. They can't buy it. Man, these niggas ain't looking for that. They looking for
Yo,
the next piece of cloud and guns they can hold and
man,
bodies they can claim. They ain't
man,
looking for
plenty of
no
resources
job.
out here. It plenty of resources. All you gotta do is go to the psychiatrist, tell them before you throw it out, they go give you a check. It's so many. I'm just saying, it's so many resources out here that you ain't gotta go put no gun in somebody's head and take their money or rob them for their life and kill them and don't get nothing out the deal. I'm just saying. Or think you finna get some Percocets and $800. Man, come. I'm just saying. It's so many. It's a lot of resources out here, man. You got real people and corporations out here gonna get you a house, gonna get you a loan. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta do right in life to get what you want, and that's just what it is. That's it. You just gotta do right, and that's
Yeah,
all of
man.
it.
See, I learned late in life, man. Like when you do right, right or
Yeah.
folly. Cause I've been
Right
on some
follow. Yup.
motherfuckers.
Yup. Yup.
Man,
Wrong follow wrong.
I was on bullshit all my life.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of results you was getting?
Well, I think
Man,
they
I was
already
getting
said that
bad
it's going to be a curfew. He said his job said it might be some type of curfew. I think they've already said that they're going to enforce a curfew, didn't they?
Niggas need to be in the house anyway. Why I don't want to be out there riding with them. Cause they so lurking. You
Well,
especially if
yeah.
you it's like especially if you sneak off and gotta hit the slab at nighttime. You on that road by yourself like that, man. 12-1. You know, you supposed to be in the house, man. And that's
You
why
asking for it.
and that's why 10 out of 10, if you cheating on your wife or your girl late night, you gonna get pulled over. And you
See,
ain't gotta
God,
have nothing in the car. I'm just gonna keep it real.
and they put in the car and you going to jail because
And
God don't like that.
cause get why he don't like it, cause the book of Judges, he over all authority. Every time I seen them blue light, I was seeing it like a even though it might was like some little, it could have been a traffic ticket or something. I'm just saying, but if it's something like I really got in trouble about something, you know what I'm saying? Like then that when like damn, he over all authority, God over all authority. So
Well,
he
hey
ain't
man,
nothing.
let me tell you something, man. If they set a curfew, little June, well, it's just gonna be very bad.
Hey,
Cause
they
they,
gonna catch little Junebug, cause God over all authority. He don't miss shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's bigger than just it big, bro. It God, bro. It God. I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. It God, bro. It's
I know,
almighty, bro.
you can't tell me when to go now. I'm
I love him,
grown,
man. Hey, that man real, man.
and that when the M16 gonna start going up.
Man, that man see everything. Hey, most of the time you be like, man, cussing them down. Oh, it ain't even up, man. Hey, God shot you down. You out there had to be you wilding. And it's all about, you don't want to be a fool, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn from your mistakes, man. That's all that everybody. We gotta learn from our mistake and keep it moving. Cause God gonna sit you down. Shit. God.
He said my black ass down. So, hey, that's nothing.
Yeah. Ain't no wrong with sitting down like you got some sense, man. Cause life too short, man. And I'm really proud. Man, I'm proud of the city right now. I ain't been hearing nothing. Shit, I've been proud of the city for a couple weeks ever since that damn number one streamer little boy, little green ass boy, Show Speed came through the city. I was
Well,
like,
I'm
shit.
proud. I'm proud. I left them motherfucker.
Yes.
Y'all make sure
Hey,
y'all hit the like button. He said,
I'm proud of you
yeah,
too, Sight.
Paul was saying he didn't need help last week. Now he flipped the script because he don't
Yeah,
have a choice.
you know why he flipped the script? Because he did flip the script. He flipped the script because $100 million grant was issued. You know what I'm saying? Grant,
Yeah.
long as you give back, you take off what you take off. See, I got a brother do it, mentee do it. You gotta give back. But you get something now out that 100 mil. Shit. You ain't who. I got people right. I know about that grant shit. Shit. Somebody gonna get paid. So shit. That's why he flipped the script. All right, Pop. Hell, who won't flip? Sipe, you gonna flip the script too? 100
I flip
mil?
script for that. I script for less than 100 million. Go
Hey,
50 on
hey,
that.
whole time, me and CJ chopping it up. You know, I ain't even trying to holler. I'm just trying. Hey, look, make sure that money right. Hey, but nah, man, it's a power structure move. It's they need that little help. They need that resource, and that's all. That's what I see. They need help, and they need $100 million. That ain't nothing to a giant, but it's something to them. You know, they give back resources. Hopefully, I think Memphis gonna become a great city. I really think that, for real. I really think Memphis finna be on, man, they finna change the skyline in there. It finna be lit.
But keep thinking and don't quit your day job.
Suck his ass hell. Hey, no, that's real talk though. No, don't never quit with no day job now. Shit. Don't quit your day job, man. But yeah, what you think about it, Miss T? What you think? Miss T, you popping in on that 100 mil.
I know that's right. I think the federal and the fact that he couldn't. I mean, rather he wouldn't have been able to stop it anyways.
Nah, he won. He can't.
That decision comes from the National Guard. That comes from the governor,
That come from the high, yeah.
and the governor is in with. The governor wants to make Trump happy. So whatever Trump
Yeah.
wants, the governor is gonna do.
And
Yeah,
then
because
Elon
they Republicans. So yeah, they go hand in hand.
and then Elon got that business down there. Elon ain't trying to come down. He probably come through in Memphis underground, man. He's so scared, man. That man, it's just a lot. It's too much going on right now with the city, especially with me. You know, it's a lot going on.
I'll be like Judge Kraft flying over there, man.
Oh, Judge Crick Crowd. Oh, hey, I say Crick Crowd, man, pulling out, man, 75 cents, man. Say that how much time you got,
Oh
man,
yeah,
for real.
mother,
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad I ain't never been in his court. Good dang, god dang. But
Yeah, they
we
supposed
all
to put
heard
that
about him.
in his court.
They say he'll,
They said ICE is the one. ICE is one of the task force. Yeah, ICE
yeah.
has been heavy, but I
Yeah,
think they're bringing
Ice,
in more ICE agents.
yeah, Ice been in Ice been here for years, man. You know what I'm saying? You go to jail if you amigo, you go to jail. You got an ice hole. Them folk been here for years, man.
Man, shout out to the essays, man. Y'all want to get away? Bring your
Man, shout
tacos
out to
up
the
to Texas,
essays,
man.
man. Man,
Bring
for
your
real,
tacos up
man.
to Texas. They won't
Man, cause
bother
it's a
you.
drought, man. Cause man, ever since they did what they did, man, the white man looking at us, man. You know, he looking at the black man again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he looking at us to get out there in that sun, man. Cause little Jose and Enrique gone. Shit.
Man, look, they don't want niggas to be out there in them fields.
Man, listen, ever since they moved the Migos out, buildings getting built slower. Roads getting built slower. It's just I'm noticing a lot of I'm into construction, so I'm noticing a lot of shit, bro. I'm just keeping
Man,
it real.
y'all remember that overpass that was, you probably don't know, man, but
What?
Cameron, you remember that overpass they were building over there on Jackson?
Yeah, I know what you talking about over there on
I don't
Jackson.
remember that.
The one like going toward the food stamp, they rebuilt that joint. They
I know
rebuilt
that
it back in the
overpass,
day, but
Jackson.
like nigga was a cold kid when they were rebuilding that motherfucker. I was grown in hell
Oh,
by the time they got through.
I know that overpass you talking about, Jackson. Yeah, I know what you talking about. I know what you talking about. That overpass, that road, it going over like it's like a little like a brick, like the way it going over. I know what you talking about.
Yeah,
I know what you talking about.
I think the black folk built that joint. They built that joint when I was a kid. I was grown in hell.
Jackson, they used to go. Hey, you used to get your issue off there with Jackson, man.
Yeah, you come up with a wrong, yeah.
Yeah, but nah, man. You said you were rolling hard over there, site.
Nah, I ain't say that. I said you something wrong here. Something wrong.
Oh shit. Well, man, nah, for real. Nah, but damn, man, that's crazy. I bought a car over there off Jackson, man. Shit, the electric. It was I'll never forget. It was a Ford. It was like a Ford. What that thing was? a damn Ford. It wasn't no Escape. It was a Ford Focus. That mother had all kind of electric problem, man. I said I never buy a car from the Migo off Jackson right there. Right when
And
you
you
get
should
off
know.
Austin P and bust that. No, I bought a car right there off Jackson.
Yeah, Mike, what that Mike's Auto right there when you come out
I
there.
think I think he a Migo. It was some Mexican. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
some Mexican.
my uncle bought a company that I know when he went there.
Yeah. And then I took the car back. Somebody like broke in the. I said somebody probably came and shot his stuff. Or he said I need bad cars. I said I'll never buy a car from Mr. Jackson. No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, y'all should have known Memphis was gonna be. But let me stir up the pot tonight. Y'all should
Stare at
have
the perk.
known.
Stare at the pot.
I ain't fucking with no person, but y'all should have known Memphis could be bold, man. Shit, Mobile got bold. Don't be no fool, y'all.
Oh yeah, man, money, man. Listen, man, money take. Man, people got kids and families and stuff, man. People humans, and that's another thing. Like at the end of the day, people human beings, bro. No matter if it's the court system, no matter if it's the police or military, people still humans. You know what I'm saying? So if you know, shit. Man, the president can pardon you. You get escorted, man, in some Cadillacs and some blue lights, man. And you just, you know what I'm saying? It's just all about power, who you are, your bloodline, your money, all that. So,
Right.
yeah, man.
All right, you all. Let's see. It said U.S. Marshals, DOJ. I was going to talk about Jay-Z, but I think I'm going to talk about that in another video.
What
I'm
happened
ready.
to Jay-Z?
Um, it's something going on with a casino that he wanted to try to build.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I seen that somebody, yeah, him and Dane, that, yeah, something like that. That man.
mhm.
And that what happened though when you try to have your hands in everything, it's always gonna be a backfire or something, ain't it?
They said you're right. They said Google is building their AI data center in West Memphis. Right?
Yeah,
They yeah.
it's so much
I don't
flatland.
trust. I don't trust all these data centers. They're top secret.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
I
is, and then all that pollution, radiation, and gas they releasing in the air, man. It broke my heart. I seen that older lady from South Memphis. She said, "I've been here, she ain't trying to leave because y'all putting all this pollution in the air." And then that little younger girl said it smell like butane when you start a gas stove. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Say that what it smell like, butane in the air.
I think the AI shit, that shit satanic as hell.
Oh yeah, that's another topic. Mark of the beast. Our phone got the forbidden fruit on it. That iPhone got the forbidden
Mhm.
fruit on it. So I mean,
Y'all
they
can
put one thing about these people. They big on symbols. Just like Abraham Lincoln freed the slave. He on a brown penny, same color as me and your skin color with back turned. So they put this shit in your face. And might make you worship it. I'm just gonna say. So I'm just saying, like they'll put it. These folk been with it. They been gangster. I'm just gonna keep it real. These folk been with the shit. And they just quiet, you know what I mean? They just quiet and they strategic and shit. But at the same time, hell, hey man, you just gotta live life and respect law and love people, man. Shit, you get and stay out their way because they ain't they the original defining fathers, man. So it's like whatever you trying to do, we too far behind, man. You know what I'm saying? These folk killed Dolphin, Juke, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's like we far behind, man. These folk got B2 bomber flying over our house and shit, man. We can't. What
I,
we
I,
think we tough?
RC, we ain't doing no hating tonight, man. We ain't doing no hating tonight.
Well, he telling the truth. He says
What?
CMG satanic too, buddy. He telling the truth.
The whole media, the whole industry, man. All them folk, yeah, they all not all of them. I ain't gonna say everybody, but I'm just saying, hell, they
Shout out to the KOL, man. Yo, guys.
Yo got it, man. Yo got it. Man, he broke my heart, man. When in 2015 went up there in New York, so his soul come back on that much on
He
that
sure
all
should.
that other stuff. Man, yo got it when it sold his soul to Jay-Z, man.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
just,
man.
hey, look, no, listen, no, I ain't never had no issue with guy. It just that shit just looked bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I always respect the guy that as a big homie. I always looked at Dolph as like a big brother, big homie. you know, but it just, bro, when that shit hit the fan, it's just like, damn, bro, like, I got y'all wrong, man. You know, I can't be cheerleading for no wrong shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I
Shout out
can't.
to shout out to Bed with Quid, man.
Oh my
What you shouting
goodness.
out bet with Quit for on my channel?
Yeah, what you was sight? What man? You on a payroll, man?
Why you shouting out bet with Quit on my channel? Bet with Quit said you couldn't get him
Like
to,
what time?
to support a small
Mid
channel.
T, mid real talk with Tim. Ask that nigga what time did he clock out today? Shit.
I know that's right. You get up on my channel and say shout out to Bet with Quit. Bet with
That
Quit
man
said
said, "Shot."
he said he wouldn't dare support. He said he wouldn't support a small channel at gunpoint.
I wasn't
Damn,
that crazy.
I ain't got no
Ain't no,
issue with, bro.
I ain't got no issue with it, but you know, they just him just
Yeah,
trying to get it paper. I ain't mad at him.
man, he
But
getting
it,
his
but
paper in the
it,
wrong way, man. You know what I'm saying? Go
but
on,
it, boy,
keep doing.
I
Bruh
ain't
should
gonna
have
lie,
came
boy,
home on some
And it's
positive
not that
shit.
I want his support, but we know he the biggest fan.
Man, he on that Keefy D shit when he supposed to be on some positive shit, showing us how to unload a box truck, showing us what he doing with the box. On some, he supposed to be doing content like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably came home on some positive shit, man. It just, but I mean, he very strategic when he talk, but it just, man, it just, man, come on, man. I'm big juke like my cousin, but I don't know nothing about his brother. Got it? Come on, man. Like, man, that don't make sense.
He just said that
Come on, man. Like,
Quit be sitting over there getting high. He don't be forgets what he said. Because
yeah,
he was talking about his Desto's mother ex-husband.
I
And he
seen
said,
that.
I seen him at pre-vet.
Oh, I look, Miss T. I seen that interview. I seen that interview Sco did with his daughter stepdaddy or something like that. I seen little clip. I seen a few. I seen enough of it. I seen what I needed to see. Like I heard what he said. You know what I'm saying when it comes to even Lil Uzi came through, showed love to the family, and you know it was a lot. I was like, dang. I ain't even know, bro. You know that's crazy. How dude just pop out of nowhere talking about he stepdaddy. Nigga named Dollar Bill.
yeah, I watched it.
I'm just keeping it real, man. T. Nigga named Dollar Bill said, man,
That's right, the
hey,
Black Barbie. He showed the KOM, but God is the KOM.
that just show how much that girl would love, though, man. That girl,
King
hey,
of
and
maggots.
she had some talent, but man, no, quit, man. I just man. Them folks trying to pay you a bad, trying to get you on that Keefy D type of shit, and yo, he need to be chill, man. T, like for real, man. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't think he said nothing too out the way though.
I ain't gonna lie, it's entertaining,
So I
boy.
seen the stepdad speak. He seems like he had a better relationship with Quet's daughter than him.
That nigga sound like
I
a
don't
pimp.
know, but I will say this: if he was the stepfather and he was with her mother for a number of years, he would probably have known her better because he was in the house with
Man, them dogs in the background said quit guilty them off.
her.
Nah, but man, shit. Hey, dude hey,
I, you know,
he slid through the
I
cracks.
this is yeah. Suppose it was him that shot Quit 7 times.
Me too. It blew me, man. That man slid through the crack like that, man. That was like, wow, dang. Like that's crazy. Like we seen it, but it wasn't like, you said it too. You like, I wouldn't be surprised they throw this shit out. Them
When I
damn
saw when I saw those, I knew it. I knew it when I saw how the defense was break dancing on the prosecutors. I knew it.
damn.
That's why I
Damn.
did that show the day before. I said, did the prosecutors just throw the case away? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, but it wasn't strong enough though. Like when you use your common sense, that shit wasn't strong enough, man. All that I went to the car wash. Well, when y'all got to the car wash, what happened? Well, he went around the corner. I ain't see what he said I ain't see what they talking about. It was just a lot of hearsay, and then you couldn't show us where that bag come from. Where the bag, it was really like lack of evidence. It was a lot of lack of evidence.
They said
Yeah.
Quet found his match. They asked Quet on no jumper. who is it? Who they talk about? Dollar Bill, and when they say he found his match, Dollar Bill.
Nah. I think Brush. I don't know. He got no problem with dude. Like, you know what I'm
It
saying?
don't
He
seem
said,
like just from what I could see, it don't seem like to me Dollar Bill. I mean, as far as I looked at on Sco Channel, it didn't. He didn't really say anything. He said he had been with Destiny's mother since she was 4 years old. So of course he would have a major influence in her
yeah.
life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course he, you know what I'm saying? That's what I took from it. Like, you know, he was just her
So he
stepfather.
basically he was the one that raised her because he was in the
Right.
household with her.
Right. And then like he even said like when they did what they did, like they ain't even rob her or nothing, they ain't get nothing off of her because it went back to them. So it was like, I mean, he was really close to them and he's still close to them. And like he even have said like he ain't got no problem with quit. You know what I'm saying? He said at first like they had like, but he was like, nah, then they was like, bruh, they always just, you know, I guess been cool with whatever. They ain't never had like no real fallout. But I
How
don't
much?
know. I
I
mean,
don't know how much of that child.
I don't know, man. Quit I mean, quit probably. You gotta understand, but all these folk connected. Sco
They
ass on picture.
he said he was shot 6 times. Quick corrected him and said, "No, I was shot 7." Lord have mercy. And
Man, that's crazy.
Charleston White said Quet was shot in the booty. If he shot Quet
Man,
7 times in the ass, I don't see how he can sit on that
Charleston White, that nigga raw, man. Shout out to Charleston White getting on that front line saying, you know, being that they getting on that front line, man, saying some shit we be wanting. But you be he was an old boy with a lot of shit he be doing. He goes to the extreme.
Well, when you got the
Yeah,
police,
because I didn't have no
those
issues.
three.
I ain't had
Yeah.
no issues with him and Quet going back and forth with each other, but
Nah.
I don't like it when he bring up
Yeah. I already know.
Tesco,
Yeah.
because
You
that was
don't.
kind of
Yeah.
low to
You
bring
don't
up.
do no shit
You
like
don't
that.
bring no child. I mean, because if you think about it, like even though Desto was like 22, she was still 20. How old she was? She's still a baby,
Yeah.
and then she lost her life. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
I didn't like that.
man, Charleston White, he lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like he ain't got no morals with what he be saying, and he be talking good shit, but you ain't really got no real moral. But what a lot of shit you be saying, man, and that's the thing. Like you could tell, like, cause he say stuff out of spite, like, bro, like you don't go through the stream and say certain things, bro. It don't matter, bro. You gotta have like that's where the respect level come from. Like it don't matter, bro. If you talking about I'm in character, all see that just your shield. That's your little armor, nigga. Nigga slap the shit out you, homie. Watch your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these that's why shit be going on. Cause some man, when you do that, you can't man. Some people can't take that after so long. And then they want to put that shield up. Well, I got one eye, or I'm disability, or that's my character. Nigga, I slap the shit out your character. You know that,
But
but I'm
he
just
said
saying.
she was so young. Yeah, she was young. She was still she was born. I
I
don't know.
like
I think she
Charleston
might
though.
have been born in 97. My baby was born in the 98. But at
Uh,
the same time, she's still, she still was
young.
very young and had a whole lot of life. Regardless of how we talk about Quit, y'all know we talks about his ass over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
still don't.
And we don't condone it.
Yeah,
We don't condone
I
it.
didn't condone him talking
Nah,
about
man, we don't. Nah.
Destiny. That
Yeah.
was not right.
You
Period.
talking wild, bro. You don't. I don't respect that. Like, you know what
But
I'm saying?
Quit fight his own battle, but don't
Yeah, he
throw
fight. Yeah,
her
yeah,
up in
yeah, yeah. Right.
there. Don't
Yeah, he
throw
fight.
her up in there.
Right. Yeah,
Let them fight rawly. But then when you
yeah.
start bringing up dead folks, kids that, especially when their kids was gunned down, and then he was like, "Well, I can talk to my daughter." You know that I felt some
But you know what it is, Miss T. You know really what it is though. I hate to cut you off. Charleston White really messed with Young Dolph. He really liked the
Yeah,
Young
he
Dolph, and
messed with him,
he
and
really
I understand he did, and
yeah
I appreciate Charleston for that.
he was in his
Let me
feelings.
just say this: I like Charleston White.
Yeah,
I just could not.
Yeah.
Agree with that. And so what
Right.
Charleston White needs to understand is Charleston White has children. When he said,
Mm-hmm.
well, I could call my daughter and talk to my daughter, he can't
Yeah.
call Desto. That
That's
ain't cool,
wrong. That's
because
wrong.
what
Nah,
you
yeah.
start doing is you start conjuring up them demonic forces. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
No, because you might start putting that stuff around your own kids. That's
Man,
not
that'll
good.
hurt me. That'll hurt me.
Yeah.
That gonna make me have to down to beat another case. I'm just gonna keep it real, man. Cause that word right there, that's like a sword. That shit cut you open right there. Like
Mm-hmm.
that shit cut you open, man. You know, it's just some stuff you just can't say, man. And as people, we can't condone. Like, yeah, we rock with Charles and White, but we can't condone it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I rock with him, but I can't condone it now. Him and Quit going at each other and all of that. Him getting Dollar
Yeah,
Bill over there. I ain't
yeah.
mind him even interviewing Dollar Bill and dropping the tea and stuff. But when you start talking about that's why your daughter dead and this and that, nah,
Yeah.
I can't rock
Yeah,
with that.
that yeah.
That's a lot of darkness to
Cause
me.
Quet didn't even go at that man that hard. And really, Quet really a funny. He from Memphis, so he got that funny shit,
Yeah,
mannerism
dude,
about himself.
funny.
Like, dude, funny as hell. Like, if he just gotta, and for him to like have his head high, still doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you slip through the cracks, man. I ain't nothing but respect. But man, hey, just watch it back. Don't trust everybody. But other than that, man, shit, dog, quitting and go charged and wrong. That damn wrong for him to say nothing like that. So
And
it,
Quet with his bald head ass, he Austin. You would think that he would have learned. He would have
mhm.
what Charleston was doing to him was talking about destiny was wrong, and then he gets his bald head ass on a show and turn around and try to talk throw dirt on Young Dolph now.
Yeah,
What
Talk
he
about
yeah.
say?
Young Dolph
Hey,
try to kill Yo Gotti.
And then you gotta
no,
understand
he
Charleston
said
White
no.
one of
He
them
said that
people,
was a
he
roast.
won't quit to get mad. So he one of them people want to be able to prove he wants you to prove him right about you. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to prove him right how he feel about you. You know what I'm saying? So if Quit get mad and crash out, he gonna be like, I told you. I told that nigga. He ready to say I told you. I told you that nigga I told you. That's all I'm saying. He one of them niggas. He ready to say I told you. So I told you, and but antagonizing people. I mean, like I said, Charlie said some real stuff. He stand for a lot, but don't be no hypocrite, and don't be so lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like cause it's like it's fake. It's showing who you really is, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, but like, shout out to Charleston, man. But at the same,
Yeah, shout out to Charleston.
shout
I
out.
like Charleston.
Yeah, we all do. I mean, Charlie made it, making it
And
money, doing it
rest
thing.
in peace to Desto.
Look, Minty.
I didn't talk a lot
Go ahead.
about when she was killed. I think I did a
All
couple of
right.
shows. But it was just something I didn't I just didn't talk
Yeah.
about that because
Respect.
it really
That was a good
when
show.
they're that age, especially around my kids' age, it's something about that really
That
it's
shit
something about it
sad.
that really touches me.
Mm-hmm. Then she at the end of the day, she a female. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then she's a female.
And then you got these two Enrique's, Migo, whatever. That's all I see. I seen two Migos. All I'm saying there, like it just man, it's messed up, and when people go through things, man, we can't, man, no. I wasn't raised like that though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't hit too hard
Yeah,
to the
I wasn't
core.
raised like that.
Yeah, man. All that cussing your mama and them, no, I ain't wasn't raised like that, man.
Mm.
Let's just show you how Charleston is, man. Charleston that hell, man. But I don't know. I think he let that money. See, he let somebody get him some money to say whatever. And I ain't gonna knock him because he made money off his mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? That nigga made some
I
money
think
off his mouth.
Charleston has it. I mean, he's intelligent. You could tell that
Mm-hmm.
Charleston is intelligent.
Yep.
I actually like him until
Yeah.
I know they say that there ain't no fairness in war, but I mean there
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. Like, cause you feel how I
it
feel. I
shouldn't be
like Charleston. You just don't like some of the shit he say.
right. I just don't like some. I don't agree with some of the stuff
Yeah.
he said, but
So
I
yeah,
like
my
him
bad.
though.
Yeah. That's how
I
I
just
feel.
don't agree with some of the things he said because if you listen to him, he actually deep. You know,
Yeah,
but
he did.
some of
He
the
did.
things he says I don't agree with. I'll say that.
Yeah, too far. He like, all right, nah, you took it too far, man. You took it too far. I wouldn't even, Minty, I wouldn't even repeat the stuff he said.
I would.
And I wouldn't even repeat some of the stuff he said. He too foul, man. But you know, we all had. I went to school with them little bitty niggas like that. Like they got all kinds of sisters and cousins ready to fight for him. Don't mess with him, but he talking hella shit. We all had one of them little niggas like that. It's always one of them. But he just an Uncle Tom. It's charging the old Uncle Tom. Man. But he be
Anyway,
cheap.
y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here because I got some things that I gotta do
Yeah.
before it
Minty, you
gets too
rocked
late.
out. You had rocked out. I'm sorry I came up here to show you. Man, hey, Minty, it's Friday. Hey, we in good spirit. I'm just
I
glad you
know.
popped out. I'm
You
glad
know what
some of
I was
y'all.
thinking? I was like, if I don't get off here now, we gonna mess around. We'll be on here for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, we gonna
Y'all
get
know
off
how
here.
we do it. And it's a Friday night. I didn't expect for so many people to come out because you know
Oh,
folks be out on Friday nights, but I guess they scared of the National Guard too.
man. Well, I don't want to bust you out, but you gotta let me know and the whole panel know, how did that Classic Soul concert go when you had you went to see Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight?
Oh, I want to
So,
show
tell
y'all.
us
Wait a
about
minute.
that.
Let me show y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Tell
Let
us
me
about
see
that.
something.
Man,
Let me
Minty.
see y'all. I got to show y'all. I was at the concert. I went to the concert, y'all. Let me show y'all. Y'all don't go nowhere. Let me show y'all. I was at the concert. I was outside, and I'm getting ready to be outside again. Yeah, me and some of the other investigators I work with, we was out deep. And let's see.
I was happy for you that night. Minty said, I'm finna go see Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, all the Shaka Khan. I like, damn. Minty finna go, hey, man. Hey, I was happy for you that night. You were happy too.
Look, these dogs get on my nerves.
Man, we used to them damn dog. Hell, they were damn Remy and them, man. We been on with, hey. Shit, dog about it. I don't even hear him. I'm so you dog. I don't even hear him for real. Sometimes I do. Nah, Sight got uphill. That's my boy Sight, man. I love when Sight pop out, man. For real, Sight, dog.
Y'all, hold on.
Sight done fell asleep.
We going to another concert too. I ain't gonna say which concert.
Nah, yeah. Talk about it after. That's what I'll wait. I said I'll talk about it with it after.
Tell me something good. Ow! Hold on, I'm getting ready to let y'all see. I know I recorded Patti LaBelle.
Man, Patti LaBelle. She still be hitting them notes.
Yes, she do. Patti LaBelle cut up. We had so much fun. Did
That's
I
what's up,
record
Miss
with
T.
both my phones? What the
That's
hell is?
what's up.
Hold on, was I recording with both of my phones? Because I don't see Patti LaBelle up in here, and I know I recorded Patti LaBelle because child.
Were they looking beautiful?
Yes, they were. They were looking so beautiful.
Them women got that. I know one of them had that little sparkly dress on. Let me find out. Oh,
There she go.
damn, you can hear that age too. You can tell that's new.
Hold on, let me see
Oh
if
yeah,
it.
Patty got old. You could tell. You could tell there was a new concert. Cause Patty didn't. Nah. Patty got old. You can hear that age in her. She still got that voice, but you can hear that age in Patty. That's good. Patty can get up there and still rock out though.
Hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all shit. How come it ain't came through? It get ready to come through? I think it's getting ready to come through. Yep, it just came through. Okay, now.
Oh, Patty. Man, that if only you knew what my favorite song from Patty. It's till
Oh,
this
she
day.
sang that.
That's my favorite song right there for Patty. But yeah, what's up, man? It's Friday night here. I guess I'm finna go take it in. But Miss T, man, I enjoy coming up here on the show. We don't rock out all the time, and that's good. I'm glad because I think Dog got a lot of justice, and over the years, we was rocking on, man. It ain't even just yeah, that's what it was about. So it's like now that he got his justice, it's just like life going on, and hell, we always gonna keep remember, all the fallen soldiers from the city, Dog, Jug, many others, so many others, but man, so many others. I can't even get them out, but I'm gonna just say everybody. So we lost a lot of people, man, and like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with them cleansing up. As long as they ain't trying to kill nothing, I don't think the mayor ain't gonna let that. Nah, they ain't gonna be on that mixie. I don't think they gonna do all that. But if you get wrong with them folk gonna put you on your ass.
I
But
think they're
that's
gonna
all I
glorify
wanted to
you.
have say, Miss T. Hey, sight is all love. Miss T,
Hold on,
love.
y'all. I ain't get ready to get off yet. Hold on, I'm gonna get off in a
All right,
minute.
all right.
I'm trying to show y'all.
Sight, I'm gonna send. Hey, sight, check your PayPal, man.
I want to show y'all. Pat LaBelle did such a good job, though. I don't know. My phone got, and I gotta take that off. Every picture I take.
Well, that's what's up. Shit, I know you enjoyed yourself. Shit.
Patty still fine
When
in
you go to
hell.
a
Lord
concert,
have mercy.
you seen them type of women singing them songs, man. Shit, it take you out of the world. You ain't even think about nothing.
I'm finna go get
Just
in the
enjoying the
bag,
moment.
goddamn. Shit.
Y'all hold on. I think it's sent.
Shout out to fine Patty
Shout out
LaBelle.
to Patty LaBelle, though. Patty LaBelle. Now I'm gonna ask y'all. We need to pray for Gladys Knight.
Damn. I know she
We
up
need
in
to pray for Gladys Knight because I think every bit of what they said. Gladys Knight was just standing there holding the mic, and
Lip
she
syncing
got a
and shit.
girl that's really singing with her, and
yeah.
I mean, every now and again she would say some words, and she just standing there smiling. But I
Yeah.
really think that Gladys Knight, they need to
Yeah,
go ahead and retire her. I'm like her son now. I think it is elderly abuse. I think that
Damn.
it is elderly abuse because they said she's got dementia. I think she does have dementia.
So you saying, Miss T, even that they up in age, they still on the contract. Hey, we got if y'all got to sing,
But they
if we
say
want
her
y'all,
husband is the one that signed her, putting her on the road. They said her
damn.
husband is doing this. That's what her son says. And he says that his mother need to he said that his mom has Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's or whatever.
Yeah,
Some
she
people
need to.
say it's Alzheimer's, but a nurse told me she says Alzheimer's, as
Yeah,
if
yeah.
the Z is silent. But anyway, she's got like dementia, and her son's complaint is her husband is still putting her on the road, and I could tell because she was only out there for like 15 to 20 minutes, and she had a girl standing next to her singing her songs, and she was just smiling. I'm gonna show y'all. She was just smiling, and then every now and again she would say some words. And then so Patti LaBelle and Shaka Khan and Stephanie Mills did good, but I think they made up for a lot of the time that Gladys Knight was supposed to be out there on stage because she's really not in the condition to be out there. Hold on, I think somebody else got it. Let me see. It's taking a long time to upload. So let me go to somebody else's page. I think. Let's see.
I'm about to get on the midnight train to George. Yes, Lord.
Stop.
Hello, yeah.
Dang out. I'll probably have to put up another time. But Patti LaBelle is beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Y'all
y'all, I
was
thought somebody else had it up on their page, but they don't. They don't. I think they sent it to me in a text message. How bad Gladys Knight is doing.
damn. I sure know they up there though. Shit. Up in A. That's ain't them some icons right there. Living icon.
Definitely some icons. Anyways, you all, listen, I really enjoyed you all tonight. I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. I want you all to have a good night. Let me say a prayer before we get off of here. Dear God, I just thank you for everyone that was on this live. They had good intentions. No weapon formed against any of us or our families will prosper. Any lying tongue, any evil spells, any evil thoughts that try to rise up against us will be condemned. Dear God, I just ask that you curse every spell at the root, every curse word at the root, anything spoken out against us or our families, curse it at the root, reverse the curse and send it back to the sender, and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days. I love you all. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for coming up, McName Mason. Thank you for supporting the channel. I love you all. I'll talk to you later.